Yeah, I'm Black Yak, and it's time to start. We have to make bunny hopping a federal offense. Bunny hopping must become a federal offense.
Stay great, otherwise I will come through your fucking window and make sure you don't wake up. Okay, bye.
I am so happy and grateful that the Lord has blessed me to play in some snow.
I've never seen myself represented. This is awesome because I've never seen myself.
Hey, black people.
Let's get straight to it.
Oh damn!
Yeah. Stop watching football. Stop watching football. I know you watching football.
Nobody watching no football, man. Nobody watching no football, man.
We was
Ain't
in the
nobody watching
back
no
room,
football, man.
and
Ain't
I
nobody
heard
watching
the
no football,
whistles.
man.
I
You didn't hear
heard the
nothing.
ref
Ain't
whistle.
nobody's
You
watching
been lying,
football, bro.
dog. You
Don't
was
try to
there
throw my
watching
name under the
football.
damn bus. I am not watching football.
He's
I am
watching
not.
football. Matter of
I'm
fact,
not
hold on, let's
watching
go right
football.
now.
I'm
We're
not
gonna go to
watching
Google right
football.
now. Hold on.
I'm not.
NFL,
I'm not.
NFL
I'm not
scores.
watching. Stop.
Let's see.
Stop.
Mom, Dad,
Stop.
please don't
Stop.
fight.
Stop.
The Bills and
Stop.
the oh, wait, because guess who's playing? The Falcons are playing. This nigga's watching football. And it's the last 2 minutes of the fourth quarter. Oh, he's watching the Falcons right now, bro. He's watching them right now. He's watching them right now, bro. He's watching. Y'all know he's watching this game right now. Look, he can't even deny it.
What do you mean that's 69? What the fuck do you? What the fuck? No, this nigga cheat, bro. Suscon, you're fired, nigga. You're fired. Fuck you. Holy shit, man. Hey, chat. Where would y'all rather be on a Monday night than New Black?
Hey,
welcome
to
welcome
New
in.
Blackstreet. Hold on, welcome
and welcome in, Cinevere.
Hi, thank you for having me.
Hold on, wait a minute. In case you guys haven't seen Cinevere's new VTuber model, you know what I'm saying? Just nice artistry at work there. Oh, I don't know where that came from. That's crazy, man. That's insane. But what's up, man? It is time. We're here. We're not queer. Well, maybe some of us. Not me though. But some people might be. It's okay to be gay. It's just not okay to be gay. If you don't know the difference, then you know which one you are. Well, what's up, man? It's Kata, aka Khalil Too Short, aka the fine auntie hunter, aka the pretty toe appreciator, aka the ass cheek smacker, aka the weave snatcher, aka that nigga. What's up?
You know what's funny? There's a sports podcaster that I watch. And he does that same shit, except he does it every stream. And he goes like 5 minutes of straight, yeah, I'm such and such, aka. And I never get through his intro because I cut that shit off immediately. AKA the secret booty bandit. I'd be like, man, go ahead on with this. Everybody's trying to hear this. But anyway, yeah, so it's your boy Atreus. Obviously, it's Kato. We got Cinevere in the building, man. We got a lot to talk about. There was so much that happened this past week that we had to move some of the topics from Friday's show over to Monday's show. So I'm so glad to have you. Make sure you're hitting the like button, man. We got cosplay queens tonight. We got the duck race. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to all the winners of the duck race.
If we hit tier 3, by the way, if we hit tier,
well, we do the duck race regardless. But if we don't hit tier 3, then there's no award.
What's the duck race?
Ooh,
Cinevere. Oh, bro, you know what you'll see it, Cinevere. You're gonna love it. I'm sorry. You know what I just remembered, bro?
What's
on
that?
Friday, we didn't show the Sasuke sisters the fat niggas.
Oh no.
We didn't show them, bro. They would have loved it. They would have loved it.
Well, you can't show everything, nigga. Man, so anyway,
next time. Oh yeah. Thanks for reminding me. Persona 11. Our boy Blackie that nigga got an upgrade.
Yeah, he did.
He got an upgrade. Look at him.
He don't look like Blackie no more though.
Hey, he look like Blackie, bro.
He look like superior iron nigga. Like
it's Blackie, bro.
Not Blackie, bro.
He got 3 baby mamas in 2 different universes. You know what I'm saying? And he's not the one, but he is the only that nigga. That's Blackie right there. Shout out to him, man. Hell yeah! Don't piss him off. Don't piss him off. Y'all don't want him to.
Right. Somebody said, "Is that Kang?" Right.
And
so if you get mad, he goes to get cigarettes, and he's in a new dimension.
That's how it goes.
Oh, I gotcha.
Hey, shout out Lindo, by the way. Lindo made that he just said, "Hey man, do y'all want this?" And I'm like, "Well, sure, why not, man?" Shout out.
So shout out. I offered you something, you just took it.
Oh, come on, man. Why we gotta make it? Why does everything have to be gay? Everything.
You started everything.
I didn't start it. You started it, man. Cinevere, hey, say hey to the chat. Some people might not have seen you before.
Hi there, cuties. I'm Cinevere. You guys can find me on all platforms as Cinevere, and I hope to see you soon.
There y'all go.
Of course.
There y'all go. D-Cello just like bust all over the screen when you did that. I hope you understand.
Man.
Well, see, that would make it not gay.
I think for tonight's duck race, for the winner of the duck race, since we just had the Saskas on, I think I'm gonna get somebody a copy of one of them Yaira books. You know what I'm saying? One of them Yaira books.
Yaira?
One of them Yaira books. You know what I'm saying? We definitely. I think that's what we're gonna do. So for tonight's winner, you win the duck race. We gotta get to tier 3. You know what I'm saying? Gotta get to tier 3. But we get to tier 3. We're gonna run a duck race. The winner's gonna get a copy of Yaira number 1. That's what we're gonna do. Assure says, I already own all of the Yairas. Which version though?
I bet y'all ain't got a signed copy like I do.
All right, this guy.
A personal signed copy. You know what I'm saying? So.
I wonder if I could hit one of them up and get me a personal signed copy. But see, I like to get the special version. See, I like them when they shine. You feel me? I like mine when they shine. You know what I'm saying? You see how beautiful that is?
Oh, that is pretty.
Yeah. I like mine when they shine like that. I ain't even read this because I'm scared to crease it. I might have to order me another one. I don't want to crease it. So, you know what I'm saying? Shouts out to Isom. I also the one from Yellow Flash. That one shine too. But I ain't opened. Like I said, I ain't opened it. You know what I'm saying? Because I don't want to crease it. You know what I'm saying? I'd be scared.
You should frame it.
That's what I want to do. But you know what, Cinevere? I'm lazy. I be putting other stuff at a price. Atreus, you don't even read comics. No, let me time you.
He don't.
Let me go ahead and time
He don't. Nah, don't you whoever said it, don't you time him out.
Get you
all right.
I'm gonna block you for that, nigga. I'm gonna block you for that. Yeah. Anyway, man. Let's go ahead and do it. Let's go ahead and do a little roll call really quick, man. I know we got a lot of monkeys in here tonight, man. Let's go ahead and get it. So let me see. Let's go to the top. God damn, it's a lot of you niggas in here tonight. Okay, starting out, we got Greenskin in the building. BS Warren, Toasty with the Mostly, Hell to Lore, Jeremy Bussy.
Jeremy Bussy? Yo, that's crazy. That's crazy. Time him out. Matter of fact, ban his ass. Ban his ass.
That's a wild last name to have. And there's a football player in college football. His name is Terry Bussey. I know he be getting clown. I know that.
It's so unfortunate.
His name is Terry Bussey.
Yes.
Oh,
Terry Bussey. He plays for he plays for the University of Texas A&M Aggies. That nigga's name is Terry Bussey. Look him up. I'm like, boy, that is
go, bro. They be on. I bet you in the locker room they be on his ass.
On his ass, bro. He can't even look in a training direction.
Oh no.
Because as soon as he looked,
I knew Terry Bussey.
Yeah, right. Okay. Anyway, so yeah, DiCello, shouts out to you, Bill S. Preston, Person, who just became free after I timed him out. Cryptic Manga, Ashura, let's go. But y'all killing me with these Pokemon jokes in here, bro. You seen that shit? Sandro, yeah, I'm just say Sandro. Paul Beersmith, shout out to you. It's the first time I see you. Krovax is in the building. That's my first time seeing that one too. Johnny Guillotine, Diz the Jizz. See Cinevere. Cinevere in the chat. I was wondering how they knew. Mad Hatter in the building. S Tier Immortal here. Hail the lore. There go Jeremy Bussey. Yeah, Sergeant Giratina. Every time I see that nigga's name now, I'm Cal G. Y'all niggas in here going off. JMA or JMA. Femboy Food House is actually pretty good. Yeah, I'm gonna time you out.
Yeah, man. Hey, you got issues, bro.
I'm gonna block you for that. The true Aztec water. The true Aztec warrior. Okay. Trikel, Girthy Banana, Raymond S, Ashton Tyler. Let's see who else. Smokey One Kenobi. Shouts out to my boy. Help me, nigga. I can't see you, me, in the movie.
You doing it. You doing it. Go ahead.
I'm struggling, nigga. I can't see.
Open your eyes.
Frostfang. I see you. I'm trying to make sure I ain't missing nobody. I hate to miss somebody. Single player enthusiast. Shout out to you. Hey man, I just finished Stellar Blade my damn self. You know what I'm saying?
Nice.
I think that might be Jesse the Dank, Demon Carol, Benji, who's fired, Christopher Baker in the building, Jason Lowry, Bluff. Oh, Bluff. I'm sorry. I always say that and be wrong as hell. God damn, bro. Okay, so these roll calls gonna have to. All right, niggas. Captain Monkey, Tomahawk, Pencil Shavings, Monster Ball, Snogzeri, Obi-Wan Cannoli. All right, man. Shout out to y'all.
I know you hated getting called on in class. I know you was like, teacher, don't look at me.
Actually, nigga,
please.
For your information, I've always been the highest reading nigga in my class. So
please,
hate to say that to you. As a matter of fact, I used to get put out of class for making fun of people who couldn't read. But like it's this screen is small, so I can barely see it. Plus, I'm trying to do it fast because I'm, but yeah, though, like I
don't think you should pick on others in the ESL class,
especially in math. Nothing got me put out of class more than math. Nothing irritated me more as a student than listening to a teacher go over a 45-minute monologue about square roots, and then the teacher goes, "All right, guys, so what's the square root of 144?" And then the class be, I'm like, bro, the answer is 12. It's 12. Let's get out of my class. These fucking idiot ass kids, bro. Like, what the hell? So yeah,
can't relate, nigga. Hey, shout out to all you guys in the chat. Appreciate y'all, man.
Yeah, Captain Monkey, I'm gonna block you for that. Let's go ahead and get you up out of here now. I'm gonna block you for that. Let's get you up out of here. All right,
y'all already know what time it is, man. It is Monday, which means it is Nightmare on Blackstreet, which means it is Cosplay Queen Monday. It is time for us to get it in. And we got a lot of stuff to talk about, man. You know, we got to talk about Xbox. We obviously got to talk about Battlefield and everything that's going on with that bullshit, because there's some BS going on about that. Tron, we could talk a little bit about Tron. Not too much, man. We got a bunch of other stuff that we're going to get into. We got some MCU stuff as well. But before we get too deep into the stream, I need y'all to do 3 things for us. Like the stream, share the stream, and if you're not already, please subscribe to the channel. Do all those things. Please do them. And if you don't do all 3 of those things, then Cinevere is not going to be on screen anymore.
Nope. I
Y'all
can
don't
make
get to see
I can
3D
make
assets move.
you know what? I can make the body go away.
Oh. Hey,
What the fuck?
Oh my
so
gosh.
if y'all don't want to see that on stream for the whole 3 hours, then maybe y'all should do all 3 of those things, okay? Because what the hell was that? And
oh my
hey,
gosh.
and
What
man,
the fuck? Did you see how she was like her mouth was open and smiling and shit while the rest of her body was fucking gone?
yeah, and there was just like the little neck hanging there.
What the fuck? And what's funny, chat, is y'all know I'm going through Demon Slayer right now. That's some weird shit you see in Demon Slayer. A fucking head just floating in the air with fangs and shit, smiling and shit. Like, yep, I'm sorry, I've obviously come in the wrong direction. I'm gonna go back that way.
That's insane. That is crazy.
By the way, speaking of, shout out Demon Slayer, man. That shit getting good, man. You know what I've always liked about anime? I love how anime does a really good job setting the hierarchy. So if you've seen Demon Slayer, then you know what I'm talking about. I just got to the part where Tanjiro meets the Hashira, the upper ranks for the first time, and they did a really good job setting up like the hierarchy, like who's who. Because you know, anime don't play. They like, oh yeah, you like the main character, huh? You think he the shit, huh? Watch this. He's a bitch. He's a bitch compared to who else is in it. So yeah, I appreciated that.
Tanjiro, bro, I like Demon Slayer, man. But that nigga Tanjiro be crying like a bitch, man, all the time.
Oh yes,
bro.
I love
all the time.
Zenitsu
Bro.
be crying like that's the one. That's why the one thing I don't like about the show. Zenitsu, that nigga fucking screamed too much.
Yeah, nah, wait, nah,
yes.
wait, you're still early in. Wait till he turns up.
It'll be amazing for you.
I've seen him turn up a few times, which got me intrigued.
You ain't seen him turn up yet. Wait, what's
yeah. I know it's coming. But what I'm saying is, he's cool 20, like he's dope 20% of the time. The other 80%, bro, I be like, bro, I'm about to skip this scene. This nigga been screaming for.
I mean, I don't dislike him crying. I understand why he cries. Okay, it makes complete sense.
It's not the crying. Crying, I can deal with because most of the time you're not gonna cry. This nigga will spend a whole 8 minutes of a scene screaming. It's the screaming. The crying I can deal with. Screaming. Like when he found out Nezuko, when he found out about Nezuko, that nigga was screaming for a full episode about how could you have your sister and she found it. I'm like, nigga, first of all, she's like 12. Like, what? My guy. Second of all, like, why are you screaming, bro? You screaming because bro didn't offer up his sister on a silver platter to you? I'm confused. Like, here's my sister, bro. She's DTF. I'm like, come on, bro.
But you know, he's gonna redeem himself by the movie.
Hey, don't ruin nothing for me. Don't ruin nothing for me.
No, I'm not spoiling it past that. You will go, I feel so annoyed. Why couldn't you be this way the entire series?
Yeah. There's a moment where you go, golly, bro. But no, you know what killed it for me with Demon Slayer? When I found out that all like the water and the fire and the lightning.
Hey, don't ruin that. And it sounds like you about to spoil some shit.
I'm not spoiling nothing. It's just none of that shit is real. They're not actually doing water and fire and lightning attacks. It's just a manifestation of what they think they're doing. That kind of like ruined it for me. Even though it's still cool. Still cool as shit.
Y'all do realize that was a spoiler. He just told me, right?
That's not a spoiler. It's not part of the story. That's just what the author said.
No, they do address like the flame and stuff. Like they even said his sword is full of fire. Like in some cases, like especially when Rengoku, it could be it could be a visual aid, but I mean, I don't know. I never thought about that.
Yeah, when he said that, I was like, why? Why would you even put that in my head? So you tell me they just swinging swords around, which it's still cool, but damn, nigga, I thought they was just like doing fire and shit. So, but it's still cool.
I don't know.
Thank you, Tizzy. That is a spoiler. I'm sitting here like I'm thinking this shit real, and
that's not a spoiler.
You didn't think that because
the spoiler would be telling you what's going to happen in the show. That would be a spoiler.
This is pointing out a detail. Because I've read the manga and I still didn't pick up on that.
Benji, you fired, so I don't even give a fuck what you talking about.
Anyway, man, let's get to these cosplay queens, man. Let's get it. Let's go.
Let's do it, man. It is time. Cinevere, we need you to do us a favor. We need you to bring up a coin flipper. All right?
A coin flipper, yes.
Yeah, a coin flipper. And share your screen because we're going to see who wins the coin toss. All right, I won cosplay queens last week. You already know. You know what I'm saying?
The series is now tied up 15
real easy
to 15.
We are right back.
I need y'all to understand that the only reason
right back in the
ever beats me is because of Christopher Banger. That's it. That's the only time. That's the only time ever.
All I hear is Charlie Brown teacher, and they go wah 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 wah. That's all I hear, okay? Because we are winning, and we're going to continue to win. All right, so let's do it. Hey, since you lost last week, you get to call it.
Let me get the tails. Let me get the tails.
You want tails?
Mm-hmm.
We won the coin toss again. But you know what? I'm gonna do something crazy. Atreus, you going first.
This nigga said I'm gonna do something crazy and say you're going first. All right, guys. Today, my cosplay queen is a girlie by the name of Saya Scarlet, but she will not be wearing scarlet for this cosplay queen. Or for this cosplay, I'm sorry. She's going to be rocking this motherfucking Hatsune, I suppose, cosplay. Now here go. I don't want to hear no crying from last week. All that crying about, oh, you didn't even try. Oh, wrong way.
That was still cute.
You didn't even try to do a cosplay queen and put some effort into it. No, I don't want to hear that. If this nigga pull out a cosplay queen with nothing but titties and win, I'm canceling cosplay queen for the foreseeable future. I don't want to hear none of that shit. Y'all niggas.
Wait, he had nothing but titties, and you went
no.
Wait,
no.
Wait, and he went the lolicon route.
Here's what happened, Cinevere. In the beginning, okay, in the beginning of the cosplay queens era, which damn, we coming up on a anniversary for the first cosplay queen. I had to go and find out when the first time we did that shit. But anyway, so in the beginning, we did cosplay queens. I'm pulling out chicks. I'm thinking some actually good cosplay. Oh, that's dope. Oh, she got the staff with it. Oh, she got the gun with it. She's cute. You know what I'm saying? This nigga pulling out Asian chicks with big titties and nice toes. I'm getting cooked. At one point, I think I was down like 6 games. I think I was down like, it had to be at least 5 or 6 games. He had won like 5 or 6 times in a row because I'm out here trying to choose real cosplay queens and I'm getting cooked by ass and titties.
You know what he's leaving out, Cinevere? You know what he's leaving out? He's leaving out the fact that every cosplay that I did had effort and it was accurate to whatever character it was based on.
No. I'm not saying that. I'm not saying that his characters didn't have any effort. I'm saying that they was generic. Like how many times did he use what's old girl name? Fucking the chick. You know,
he had a big advantage.
What's the chick? What's her name? What's her name? What are you talking about?
The chick from the fuck. What's the damn game? B something. 2B. Yeah. There we go. He used that bitch like 4 times.
That's not true. That's another lie. And the lie detector said you're a lie.
So if I go back, you ain't used 2B at least 3 or 4 times?
No.
What?
You said chick as in like the same cosplayer.
I'm just curious.
I'm talking about
better to fight fire with fire?
cosplay. You used 2B like 4 times, and each time it was a big titty Asian chick with her toes out, and I was getting cooked every time. So I started playing to the what the audience wanted. I started bringing out
toes.
No, I don't fuck around with no toes. But I started bringing out cosplay queens who were thick, had the ass out, the titties out, all type of stuff. And guess what? We started winning. So last week, when I pulled out a cosplay queen that was real thick and she was revealing, he pulled out one with that bullshit. To my cosplay queen at least tried. And the only reason this nigga won was because Christopher Banger came in and dropped like 300 on his cosplay queen. Other than that, when nobody voting for this nigga's cosplay queens.
All I'm hearing is criticize. That's all I'm hearing, man.
So yeah, this is my cosplay queen. Miku.
What's her name?
Her name is Saya Scarlet, but her cosplay is Hatsune.
Okay.
So yeah.
Okay.
I'm curious that you went the lolicon route instead of fighting fire with fire.
That's not what happened.
Hold on, say that again, see?
I said I think it's curious that you went the lolicon route instead of fighting fire with fire.
I don't know what lolicon means.
She's a teenager.
Is she?
I mean, Miku technically is supposed to be aimed for like the 16-year-olds.
Oh, I don't even know who that is. I'm sorry. That's another criticism he tried to throw at my way last week I used a cosplay queen that was a cosplay, but because I didn't know who she was, apparently it wasn't supposed to count. But it don't matter. I don't know I don't know who Hatsune is. What the fuck?
That wasn't the criticism. The criticism was you didn't even know who your cosplay queen was.
That's what I just said.
No, you said that just because you didn't know who the character is. That's not the same thing.
What are we talking about?
You didn't even know who she was cosplaying.
I don't know who this bitch is cosplaying. That was my point. I don't know who this bitch is cosplaying. I just know it's a cosplay. And she just mentioned lolicon to me. I don't even know what that term means.
Fair enough.
It's all right. But this is who you got your is more
I'm gonna block you for that. I'm gonna block you for that.
Makes sense. Hey, but this is who he has, Hatsune, okay? First of all, we appreciate your cosplay. Second of all, damn.
You could
Dark
see
mode.
her from space.
Ain't even nothing white here, bro. Get the fuck out of here.
Look, the screen is white. She's white. Everything is white. Just beaming.
Don't you dare disrespect the snow bunny skin now. Come on now.
Just beaming. Nah, that's different. That ain't no snow bunny. That's a goddamn. That's a polar bear. I don't know. Bright as shit.
Hey, ain't nothing wrong with a little pale snail across your face. You know what I'm saying? I don't know where I just pulled that from.
I don't want to know where you pulled it from.
Pale snail.
Hold on, that actually got me. I was not expecting that.
I wasn't expecting that shit neither.
Like I said,
I just be saying shit.
Oh,
all right,
man.
let's get it.
All
Let's
right,
go.
but it's my turn now. Okay, you know what? I decided. You know what? I'm gonna bring back a previous winner. She won a few weeks ago with a Marvel Rivals cosplay.
A Marvel Rivals.
I was about to say something else. A Marvel Rivals cosplay, but now she has a throwback cosplay to everyone's favorite feminine character, femme fatale. We have Liz Joestar. She's back, and this time she is Laura Croft, and not the the lame, gay new Crystal Dynamics. Was it Crystal Dynamics or was it Square Enix? I think it was Square Enix.
Square Enix.
We have the actual Laura Croft. All right, I'm bringing her in, and everybody loves Laura Croft. Okay, and this is what I meant, Sylvia. This is what I meant. Very nice cosplay. Very nice. She put in a little bit of effort. Not too revealing, even though it is a little bit, but you got to because. I mean, look at them titties. You got to because of Laura Croft.
Oh,
that's
no,
what I'm
I feel like we should start deducting points for all this extra editing, post editing. Like she looked fake.
That's his makeup, bro.
That ain't just makeup. That's editing. That's editing post pictures. That's why I be choosing videos, bro. Somebody just said it in the chat. I was thinking the same thing.
Where,
bro? That's a doll or an action figure. That's the exact thing I was thinking.
Because this makeup. Because it's effort into the cosplay.
I mean, listen,
it is not just some big.
That's your cosplay queen. You know what I'm saying? I'm not. You know, I'm just.
Yeah. I mean, you are expecting
what I'm saying.
all of the cosplay artists to filter their stuff. That's how they do it. Like their skin is not that flawlessly white.
Of course not. Of course not. You remove. Of course, like even when I edit people's pictures, I remove blemishes and stuff like that. But tell me she don't look plastic.
Well, just because she's got like a nose job and stuff doesn't mean anything. Her boobs
I'm
are
not
fake.
saying that it means anything. I'm saying she looks fake. And I'm not the only one that thought.
Isn't that the uncanny valley factor of cosplaying, though?
Yeah.
Hey,
that's part of the game.
Let the audience decide.
Oh, and for everybody saying she's fake, she's not a real person. This is a real person. This is not AI. I can't show you other pictures because that's cheating. This is a real person.
It looks like she's wearing stockings on her legs, in my opinion.
Yeah.
The way she has the sheen.
Yeah, to get that shine effect.
Yeah.
For the old school. Well, this is mine, though. This is mine. This is my cosplay queen. A little bit of Laura Croft action. A little bit of throwback action. And I ain't gonna lie to you guys. I think we run away with it. Fake or not, salad tossing is on the menu. Okay,
you ever met a chick so bad you knew you was eating her ass on sight?
I don't.
Yes.
I know. I'm just saying. I know.
Hey, look. Hey, ain't no shame. Ain't no shame. Yeah. Where it's like, you know what? I gotta eat the ass one good time.
Like, god damn. Like,
I gotta
all right, chat. So let's get into these super chats. Then we're gonna get into some topics. We got some stuff we gotta talk about, man. So let's get to these super chats really quick. Starting out with the Gertie Banana. Monkeys, Cindy, hello, fellow banana tossers. Shouts out to you.
That's crazy.
God damn it. I'm gonna stop answering the fucking monkeys, bro. I'm not a monkey. All right. Diz Elgiz. I'm sorry, I said your name wrong the first time. It's Diz Elgiz, which actually sounds better instead of having Diz the Jizz. This episode of Nightmare on Blackstreet brought to you by National Institute Gaming, Georgia East Riverside. Get educated today. Thank you for that, Diz Elgiz. Gertie Banana, tossing a banana. Okay, shouts out to you.
It's a food fight. They literally.
All right. D Cello says, well, this isn't a super chat, but this is the sponsor of the stream. This live stream of Nightmare on Blackstreet is sponsored by Call of Duty African Safari. The only game with the full spear chucking experience, rated R for racists. Thank you for that, D Cello. Cal G. No, I'm sorry. BS Warren, thoughts on Nurse Jigab?
Nurse Jigaboo. All from the Pokemon jokes. We could talk about
there's
that.
There's a new Black Nurse Joy.
Yeah, we could talk about that.
What?
Yeah.
I didn't even know that. Pokemon Spirit Truckers, Pokemon Chimp Out.
Ooh, it's gonna be one of those nights. I see. It's gonna be
Christopher Baker with a 10. I'm not getting blamed for cosplay queens today. I need it for KFC delivery tomorrow.
That's crazy.
Shouts out to Obi-Wan Kenobi. Says, did you know
Hey,
there's a
crazy name.
Digimon named after Cinevere? It's called Cinnamon.
Mm,
All right.
I didn't know that.
I don't think it's real.
Me neither. Girthy Banana with a 5 says, if I had 64 bananas, I had to feed 8 bubbles. How many bananas do they each get? You know what? Go fuck yourself, nigga. But the answer is 8.
Solid 8.5 incher.
What?
Freak.
Solid 8.5 incher.
Shout out to Toxin voting for the superior cosplay queen, by the way. Saying, Laura, what sound does it make when you stir it? Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Hey, she ain't never coming back. She ain't never coming back.
Who?
Oh, Melanie. She's never coming back.
Oh.
But as you saw with Toxin right there, no matter what we're talking about, okay, you can throw in a vote for whichever cosplay queen you want to win. We do it throughout the whole night. And then at the end of the night, you know, we do a 2-2-1, 2 minutes on one, 2 minutes on the other, and then a final 1 minute. And whoever wins, and they're the cosplay queen of the week. All right. So make sure that you guys, no matter what we're talking about, you throw in a super chat, just vote. You know, just vote.
Snackzeri, to answer your question, because Kato got himself blocked.
No, to answer the question is she said something hypocritical. I called it out as hypocritical, and she didn't like that.
Speaking of, did you see Gothics and Smash JT going at it earlier?
I did. I kind of want to talk about the whole thing that brought that up too.
What
I
happened?
kind of want to talk about it.
Yeah, well, I saw that shit. I was like, yep, gonna scroll past that one.
Should we start? Should we start with that?
Sure, we can start with that.
Let's start with that. We're gonna get into it. Hey, make sure that you guys are liking the stream, sharing the stream, subscribing, becoming a member so that you can play with us on Sundays when we do gaming streams, because the gaming streams have been hot. All right. And no, you, me, and the movies, I saw you ask. No, I did not upgrade my PC yet because I need money to do that. So whenever I've already got everything in my cart. I've done the PC part picker. So once I get around a smooth 2K saved up, I'm just gonna get a whole new PC set up, and we're just gonna build it right here on stream. So whenever that happens, we'll get that going. But let's get into it, okay? So let's talk about what has everyone up in arms right now. And that is the porn ban in Arizona. So Arizona god damn it, I can't speak today. Banned Pornhub, and Kang Min Lee, who's been around, and a bunch of other conservative YouTubers and Twitter people and stuff like that are doing exactly what was going on during Goonergate, where they're like, yes, good, ban the porn, all porn is bad and all that other stuff. And they always use it as it's because they're trying to target the kids, because he goes, state requires age verification over 18. Pornhub shuts down every time. They're not even trying to hide their agenda at this point. And that's what most of those talking heads are saying about the porn ban. Like, it's because of the kids, it's a degenerate thing, and, blase, all that other stuff. And everybody else is like, well, maybe we don't want government overreach to that point. You know what I mean? Where they can control what you do as a consented adult, what you get into in your private time, Mm-hmm. So not only did Kang Min Lee have this stance, you already know John Della Backhole was probably all up in his replies. Like, yes, ban the porn. You had Gothics out there also saying, ban the porn. And a lot of other people was doing that. And there's just been a bunch of arguments about what's going on with this kind of situation, And then you had V. I don't know if you guys know who V is. He's another YouTuber. And he's like, nobody gives a shit about targeting kids because kids don't have money to pay for stuff anyway. So can we stop being mentally deficient for a second and be honest with what is happening here? Do you feel comfortable with showing your ID, showing your government ID when you want to jerk off? No? Okay, well, no one else does either. And basically just saying it's like the slippery slope to get to the virtual ID shit that's going on in the UK and everywhere else. So how do y'all feel about it?
I'll let Cinevere go first.
I am so totally against this. Like, it infuriates me. You already hear that. Britain's been hacked twice. They didn't even know about it. They had to be told by the hacker group, which means they don't have a good stranglehold on your personal information. So we are all just letting the government get away with some heinous things, all in the name of the children, which, as V said, they have no way of getting to unless you are going to parent them properly.
Yeah.
It's insane.
So I'm a little bit torn on it. By the way, hey, we got 112 people on YouTube, man. Only 59 likes. Make sure y'all hit the like button, man. Help your boys out. So I'm a little bit torn, split down the middle. First of all, let's address this part. Saying that it's targeting children and the fact that they're shutting down. Well, y'all forget it costs money to operate that website. I mean, every time somebody views something on there, actors and talent has to be paid. You know what I'm saying? You don't get, I mean, at least as far as I know, you don't get to just put stuff on there and the site just gets paid all the time. You have to pay for people to put product on there. They got stiff competition now with OnlyFans, right? But here's the thing though. The more barriers you put in the way of people, the less likely they're going to go to your website. So I'll give you a prime example. Y'all, maybe this don't come on y'all Facebook, but every now and again, it be these like viral videos that come on Facebook where it be some wild shit happening, like sexually. And what they'll do on Facebook is they'll put like a screenshot, somebody will have a caption like, ain't no way she just did that. And then they'll be like, check the comments. You go to the comments, you click the link. Sometimes it'll take you to another site. One day, I'm intrigued. I want to see what this person doing in this video. I click on the link. It take me to damn Pornhub. I'm like, oh shit, it's gonna be some nasty shit. And then Pornhub gonna say, we're gonna need that age verification. And I politely said, go fuck yourself. I never saw what was in the video. I never saw it. Didn't care. What I'm trying to get to is the more barriers you put in the way of people, the less likely they're going to go, especially if they have options that don't ask them for age verification, especially when you can just get on OnlyFans. So if you're Pornhub, I'll just say that, and you're in Arizona and you're noticing like a severe lack in traffic in Arizona, maybe you pull out of Arizona. But my question is, evidently it ain't just Arizona, so why just Arizona? Because I know it's happening here in Georgia. Georgia cracking down on all that bullshit. You gotta have. That's why I'm glad I'm not a big porn watcher. Because nigga, I can't imagine having to put my fucking ID in every time I want to watch something. Especially if you got an addiction. Oh hell no. And then on the other end, it's like, well, porn is obviously a problem. It obviously is. Just like anything, if you're consuming too much of anything, it can be a problem. So I think if you can prove that long-term porn has significant ramifications, then it should be treated like alcohol and drugs.
I have a rebuttal. Because I actually mentioned this on Leon's show earlier. Okay, it's going to take a dark turn. You guys are trying to, not you, but like the government's trying to get porn banned, right? And you need government ID. Well, then explain to me why there was 162% rise in CP and the exploitation of minors in just the years of 2022 to 2024. That tells me, and mind you, okay, CP is banned in the US, like hard banned, but it has been on the rise. It shouldn't have been. So why are you going to blame porn sites when I pretty much have never seen anything like that on there?
Well,
but I would go on the rise. No, you want the government to get a hold of our ID and stuff and tell us what we can and can't do, but they can't even fix the first problem.
Well, I definitely understand that is an issue, but I don't think because from what I understand about the mathematical issue, I'm not talking about the faith issue with porn. I'm talking about the mathematical issue. I could give a fuck about whether or not Christians believe that porn should be watched. This isn't a faith-based argument to me. To me, the mathematical issue is that there's a lot of evidence to suggest that porn addiction leads to other things that are detrimental to the psyche of not just men, women as well, but mostly men, especially young men. And so I do think it is a little bit of an issue that if I have a 7, 8, 9-year-old son who wants to access porn, that
then
he
it
has
is your job as the parent.
I agree with
him.
that. I agree with that. The same way it would be on me to prevent my kids from getting access to my alcohol or my guns or my or whatever drugs I may have. Hopefully I don't have any drugs, but that would be on me as well. But you also know, as a parent, being completely in control of everything your kids do is not, it's just not something that's realistic. Your kids are going to want to hang with their friends. You can't be in control of your child's friends. Your kids are going to want to go to school. You can't be in control of what other kids at that school are bringing. There's kids at school viewing other people's moms on OnlyFans. I don't know if y'all remember that story, but it was a chick. I forgot what state this was, but they made this lady stop bringing her child to school, and they made him transfer because she was on OnlyFans and the kids were bullying her kid, and she didn't give a flying fuck. She was like, how you going to tell me what I can't do to provide for my kid? And it's like, bitch, your son is at school getting fucking roasted every day of the week. And she didn't care. Mm-hmm. So yeah, I do think it's an issue of the government wanting control, but I'm not about to sit here and pretend like porn is not an issue. The same way,
but that's not the government's problem. What you do in the business of your home is not the government's problem, right? Like, the government should not have the influence to stop you from getting on your phone and going to whatever website that you want to, detrimental or not. That's not their job. Like, it's not the same way.
Oh, then they should allow
cigarettes. No, that's not the same. That is not what I said.
What?
At all. Because it's already banned.
You said the government should.
Child pornography is already banned, right? It is already banned. So if you go and you do that, it's already illegal for you to be doing that, right? So it's not the same thing as saying, hey, I just, I want to go whack off. I got to put in my ID. You don't have to put in your ID to get CP, not that I know of. That's not the same thing. Once you start going, oh, the government needs your identification to watch porn. The government needs your identification to watch YouTube. The government needs your identification to play games, to buy microtransactions, and, do all kind of stuff. Once you give the government that kind of leeway, it does not stop. That's what people are talking about.
Mm-hmm.
They're not saying that porn isn't
I'm not disagreeing with that point. What I'm saying is you got to stop pretending like there isn't an issue with porn. That's what I'm saying.
That's not the argument.
Yeah, I was going to say that's an entirely different
but
conversation.
That is a argument.
Yeah, but it's not the argument we're having right now.
It is a argument. That's what I'm saying.
That's not the one we're having right now. So it's not relevant.
This is the problem with you and Smash JT. I'm not, again, I said I'm torn down the middle on this, therefore I'm out of it. But in order to make the argument from people on your side, y'all try to pretend it's like there's no issue there. So when it comes to, okay, all right.
That's not what we're saying.
So when
we're saying that's not the government's job.
I'm gonna continue saying what I'm saying. The people on your side of it. I'm not talking about you. I'm talking about your people the people on that side of the argument likes to pretend as if there's no issue there. So I would come to them and say, okay, listen, so we don't require age verification. What do you suggest we do with the porn addiction problem? Then y'all have no answers. It's like, okay, cool. If a bunch of grown ass men are addicted to porn, that's not my problem. But if the government is saying, but if we can do something to prevent children, the same way we need to do something to prevent children from falling into gambling issues, then if we can implement laws to prevent kids from falling into gambling issues, why would we not invent laws to prevent children from falling into porn addiction? I'm not saying that it's the right thing to do. I'm saying y'all niggas ain't giving no alternative because y'all treating the
We're saying we don't want that. That is the wrong way to handle it. We want better measures.
I understand what you're saying. You don't want that. I'm saying the government is saying, give me an alternative. And I have not heard that.
The government is not saying it. They're saying this is what we are doing and you are stuck with it.
I'm making an assumption. I agree with you that I'm saying, if I say I'm taking the age verification away, what is your argument for defending children against porn addiction?
It's your job as a parent, period.
But that's not realistic.
Job. Well, then you got to do a better job. There's no other argument for it.
It's also a parent. It's also a parent's. I'm sorry. It's also a parent's job to keep their children away from drugs and alcohol. You know that once they start getting older, you know it's nearly impossible to stop that from happening all the time. But there's still a law.
Still your
Oh,
job.
wait, it's still a law that says children are not children. You are not able to buy alcohol.
What about parents who like
wait.
This is fitting in with your thing?
Let me finish what I'm saying. There's still a law that says you cannot buy alcohol before 21. There's a law that says you cannot buy a handgun before the age of 21. There's different laws in order for things that we understand that should not be in the hands of children. Now we're coming to porn and all of a sudden saying, no, you can't do that. That sounds ridiculous to me.
Because it goes into your home. Other things. It is an avenue to other things. Because that's what you're not understanding. Once you go, well, now you as an adult, because of the possibility that a child might be able to access something that is on the internet, you as an adult now had to give your ID. That's not where it stops. That's the whole argument.
Then you could have made that argument when they said you had to be 21 or older to buy alcohol.
That's not the same.
How is it not the same? It's
because
alcohol.
Because parents can teach you by giving you a drink of alcohol when you're young, right? Letting you experience how nasty that is, and then teaching you that, look, alcohol is merely a fun thing in entertainment. In real life, it tastes terrible. You'll have a hangover. You're going to suffer, and it's going to be terrible. That's what you teach your kids. And then once you incorporate that into their life and they get a full understanding of it, they make wiser decisions as an adult.
The problem with
what you're not understanding is the virtual ID. That's what you're not understanding.
No.
Let me respond to
Cinevere really quick because I don't want to lose what I'm saying. Cinevere, I understand what you're saying, but what you're saying is naive because even in the best of the times, even in the best times in America, everybody didn't raise their kids the same. You're assuming that everybody's going to have a program to raise their kids to understand alcohol. We've been having
and hunters have taught children how to handle guns, even though they cannot buy their own, and they teach them gun safety. But you see more respect in guns in the hunter community than you do anywhere else.
But that doesn't eliminate the fact
exactly, and neither will ID.
Well, and that part I don't disagree with. I don't disagree with that part. What I'm saying is you guys' argument is simply leave our stuff alone, and the government saying. No,
that's not the argument. The argument is you do not want to give the argument virtual
what
ID.
Alternative was you had no answer. What's the alternative?
The only alternative is not giving them your virtual ID to give them access and control over your personal ID. Because once you go down that road, that's not where it's
very clear question. What is the alternative? I didn't ask you nothing about IDs.
That's a separate conversation, though. That's a brainstorming question. No, it's not. You're completely wrong.
Listen to what I'm saying to you. The government
I'm hearing a second argument to the first, but not addressing the first.
The government is saying, much like alcohol, much like guns, we have to get we've identified a problem. How do we deal with it? Is there a method of dealing with it the right way? I don't know. I'm asking you to present an alternative, and the only thing Katie keeps saying is, "Well, once you present the ID thing, you know what? I didn't ask you for that. What I asked you is, what is the alternative?"
That's what you're not understanding. There is no other alternative.
Alcoholics
you either keep it the way that
Why
it
are
is.
you ignoring that?
You either keep it the way that it is, or you have virtual ID. That is the only route.
The answer is no. The answer is
so it's either we keep it the way that we want, or we give everything in control to the government.
I didn't say give everything to the government.
That's what you're saying because we cannot give you an alternative. We must want to give everything to the government.
Can I finish what I'm saying? I clearly did not say. I said I don't know if what they're making is the right decision. All I'm saying is I have not heard an alternative from this side of the argument. What I'm saying is the government has identified a problem. Whether you believe it's a problem or not, I'm not really here to argue with that.
Yeah,
what I'm saying is,
then what do you think would be an alternative?
Hold on, Cinevere. Are you listening to what I'm saying, or are you responding emotionally? I'm kind
of struggling.
Cinevere, listen to what I just said. I said the government has identified a problem. Whether or not you believe that issue is a problem is not what I'm arguing. what I just said was, you may not believe porn addiction is a problem. That's on you. I'm not. If you don't believe it's a problem, then I guess you don't have. There's nothing to be argued for you. Me, I believe porn addiction is a problem, but I just don't know how many people it is for. So what I'm asking is, if I'm the government and I'm telling you I've identified a problem, how do we deal with it? You're saying no government ID. Okay, cool. So what's the alternative? Your response to that is nothing. Leave it the way that it is. And I'm telling you, no. That's, first of all, that's not democracy. Democracy, I would handle this the same argument that I would from somebody on the left. If we've identified a problem in our country that's supposed to be a democracy, what we're supposed to do is one side come together, have a conversation, the other side come together and have a conversation, and we find a solution. One side has presented a solution, you don't like that solution, and so we're asking you to come up with something better, and you're saying no, leave it the way that it is, and the other side is saying no.
So just because there's not a solution right now does not mean that the argument still can't be
come up
right?
with a solution.
Right, but that's not that coming up with a solution is fine, but that doesn't mean that we should just, go, well, it's okay that they're starting to do virtual identification.
Said that. I said I began this conversation.
Then that's the point, Atreus. That is the point. Nobody is what you're arguing. We're talking about virtual identification. Nobody's talking about alternatives.
No. I said from the beginning, I said I'm split down the middle. And I said my problem with this side of the argument is that you're not coming up with an alternative. At no point did I say I agree that we should have identification on it. I clearly started out the argument by saying I don't even like it because I'm not about to present my ID on any website that I don't really care about like that. But what I said was to play devil's advocate, and I didn't say that in the beginning, the devil's advocate part. What I said is your side of the argument is not presenting any alternatives. And somebody just said in the chat, Mystics Vegeta, if you have no solution, you have no argument. That's my point. And y'all ain't came up with no alternatives. Your answer is
okay. So if there is no solution and there is no argument, then that means that you just let the government do what it does, right?
I mean, you ain't came up with a better argument. So what am I supposed to say?
So that means that it's okay for just to let the government do what it does. Just because there's no solution now, that means that it's okay. Just let the government keep rolling.
My answer for you is to come up with a better argument. If the other side has
no. So answer my question. No, answer my question. If I'm saying there is no solution right now, then just let the government continue to roll until you come up with a solution.
If the other side came up with a solution that you can't argue against, then we go with their solution. The same way we went with.
So the answer is yes.
Yeah,
that's what you just said. If you don't have a solution and they have one, then to just let them do the solution.
I want to throw out what I said was, if the other side can't come up with a solution, then we have to go with the other person's proposal. That's what I said. I want to make sure it's very clear what I said in this argument. I do not like having to present my ID on any website that I go to. So obviously the answer for me would be, let's come up with another solution. But what I presented from this argument from the very beginning is this side of the argument is not coming up with any solutions. And so now his response is, so you're cool with having to give your government ID out.
I mean, that's what you're saying. You're saying
I'm telling you to come up with some other argument.
But you're not listening to what I'm saying. I'm saying if you don't, because you said if one side has a solution and the other one,
your mic is beatboxing.
Hold on. Is that better?
Yeah.
Okay, so what I'm saying is, you said if one side has a solution and the other one doesn't, then the only thing that you can see is going with the side that has a solution right now.
That's right? How democracy works.
But how is it a democracy if the people are saying that they do not want this? And just because there's no solution to the proposal that they have right now does not mean that they can just go with what they have as their solution in quotations. That's not how that works. Like if I come to you and I go, hey man, I kind of want to drive to XYZ. And you go, well, I don't know where I want to go yet. And I'm like, all right, cool. We're still going to XYZ. Just because you didn't come up with a solution to what I just said doesn't mean that I could just go, we're still doing what I said. No, we have to have a conversation and figure out what it is that we want to go.
But that's what I'm saying. We are having a conversation.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. So if you have the government that is going from state to state and going, you have to ban this, and the people are going, we don't want you to have make us bring our ID to jack off. That's not what they want to do.
Well, but see, they voted for that though.
Yeah, but the role of the government is to do what the people are saying. So if the people are saying, hey, we don't want to do that, and the government says, let's go to the table and have another solution, that's one thing. But if the people are going, we don't want to do that.
Arizona chose this. What are you talking about?
So the people of Arizona voted for this.
They obviously did.
Senator, is that true?
I mean, I think what it is, and I think this is what happened with Texas, is that people weren't paying attention.
They weren't paying to the virtual ID laws.
Yeah, no, they weren't. Which is how Dragon Ball got considered something that you need an ID for.
Right. And I think the argument that a lot of people are having right now is not that, oh, porn isn't an issue. There is an issue with the consumption of porn. You've seen that, especially over like the last decade with access to the internet and smartphones and shit like that. People's not saying that's not an issue. What they're saying is going the overreach of the government is not the solution, because you've already seen what happened in the UK. You've already seen what's happening in the rest of Europe. Once you go, well, now the government has full rights over everything I can consume on the internet, what I can even say on the internet, what I can view on the internet, then it's you don't have the choice to do what it is that you want to do. Like, I'm not saying that watching porn is a good thing. Hell, I've cut back on it my damn self, because it doesn't make you feel good afterwards. It's just not a good thing for you mentally, right? But as an adult, that is your decision if you want to get on the internet and do something like that. It's not the same as buying cigarettes, getting a license, a gun license, alcohol, and all these other things that require you to be an adult to do. This is something that is on the internet, right? So unless you start going, well, now we need internet laws where, you have to be a certain age in order to do that, you're still giving up your ID, and then you still compromise yourself and others around you. You've already seen that with the virtual ID thing that's happening in the UK, when it's like, hey, we need to start giving up our ID to the government. Within, like, I don't know how long it was. That shit was hacked, and everyone's addresses, what is it? They got doxxed, basically. It's not a safe alternative. So I'm not saying that there is no solution to be made. You have to figure out what we're going to do with this problem. I and many others just don't see government overreach of virtual ID in order to jack off as a solution. I don't see that, because then it goes, well, hey, I want to get on Google, put in your ID. Well, I want to go to this random website, put in your ID. It's like it starts to become too much.
I mean, I don't necessarily disagree with that, but again, and I'll just say it just one last time, like if you don't have another solution and we've identified a problem, then something has to be done according to the government. I just don't, because I don't, and again, I know folks gonna say a Trey is capping, because I don't watch porn like that, and I don't be around people who watch porn like that I know about, because I know niggas be living secret lives out here. I don't be around people who watch porn like that. I've never seen the ramifications up close. So it's easy for me to say in my world, hey, yo, this is not a big deal to me. Why are we doing XYZ? But some of the things that I've read and some of the things that I've heard about, even like women that I know personally say they've been in relationships with dudes and come home and they whacking off. I'm like, bro, you got a baddie at home. Why you whacking off? What's
but
good with you?
That's not I don't see that as a government problem, though.
I understand that, which I don't necessarily disagree with. It's just that when you bring kids into the conversation, something obviously has to be done.
Yeah, I just don't see that as a good argument either, because that can be made for anything. You've been a child,
Well, I don't think not having a solution is a good argument.
Yeah, so, but that's not saying that you should just let the government roll with whatever they got right now.
Present another solution.
All right, bro. You're not understanding. Either you're not understanding, or you're
telling me over and over and over again that I don't understand.
Okay, well, then it's just you hear what I'm saying, but you don't care. You will let the government do whatever. That's basically the only.
What I just said, the same way we let the government put an age restriction on alcohol, the gun laws, and everything else. if there's a problem that's identified to be affecting kids and they come up with a solution and you can't, that's how democracy works. They came up with a solution and you can't come up with a solution. So somebody, and plus you still get to vote. And like we said, the people in Arizona, whether or not they knew it, they voted for it. The same way the people in Chicago, whether or not they knew it, they voted to be a sanctuary city. And we make fun of them all the time. So, I mean, listen, again, to me, I'm not like hardcore on one side or the other. I just find it interesting that the people on, I would consider my side of the fence, were not making any other argument other than I should be able to goon when I want, which I don't necessarily disagree with. It's just that if we've identified that this is affecting kids and the government says something has to be done about it, you have to be able to present a solution to it, and nobody has done so. So, I mean, hey, that's just how I feel. I'm gonna let it go right there. I know everybody mad at me, but it is what it is. I'm not gonna, like I said from the jump, I'll never lie to y'all. I will always keep it a being with y'all. And to me, that doesn't make a whole lot of sense to not have a counter to the solution, but then tell everybody, whatever. But yeah.
Well, all right. That's not a good, man. I don't know any other way to say it other than once you do that, you are opening the door to other things, because it's not about the kids, bro. They don't give a fuck about the kids, bro. I always hate it's about the kids, because if it was about the kids, you would have healthier, lunches. You would have education that actually forwards them to make sure they live better lives. You would have a whole bunch of other things if they actually cared about the kids. That's not what it's about, bro. It's about
emotional
control.
manipulation is what it is.
It's always about control. That's what it is. And me, y'all know how I feel about the government. You know what I'm saying? That I don't trust them, bro, because there's nothing to be trustworthy of. It's all about controlling what you do. At the end of the day, that's what they're trying to move towards. That's why they're trying to get away from, you being able to say this, that, and the third on the internet. It's about controlling you, man. That's all it is.
Well, y'all already know how I feel about that. I don't, I believe that there's a lot of control, of course, but that insinuates that there's a single group or entity at the top that wants to control everything. Y'all know I don't believe in that. So to me, that goes through one ear out the other. I think there's people with agendas. The same way the people in the last administration wanted you to have, they wanted you to. Damn, I just lost my thought. But I just think there's different agendas. I think most of this is that right wing Christian shit where we want to ban anything we deem to be porn, which obviously I don't agree with, but we know that the last administration wasn't about that. So, I mean, the truth of the matter is we voted for this. So, I mean, it is what it is. With Trump in office, there's people on the right that feel more emboldened to to gain more control in their own way. And this is that. But all I'm saying is, I'm not going to rehash it, but we just agree to disagree on that.
When you marry someone, when you marry someone, you're allowed to have different opinions from them, right? Yeah. You don't go, I married that. Even if I don't agree with it, I married that. You don't say it begrudgingly like that. We just have a difference of opinion. I'm not going to always agree with everything Trump does.
Mm-hmm. And I want to make it abundantly clear. Like, I don't like the idea of having to put my ID in for any website. But if I'm standing on the side and we have no argument, I can't fight. I'm not the same way I tell black people is like, okay, you want me to be pro-black and you want me to be loyal to my skin color. What's our argument? And they don't have a fucking argument. I'm going to say, okay, so I'm not going to war for you. I can't go to war for no argument. I can't go to war for this argument because we don't have a counter argument. So that's all I'm saying. Our only counter argument is we think the government want control. That's not going to fucking fly. It's just not. I'm just telling you the truth. Just being realistic about it. We're not going to do anything about this problem because we just think the government wants too much control of us. Okay. We can go in there and make that argument, but we're going to get destroyed. So I don't know. But we can move on though.
Yeah, let's move on, man. This is a circular argument at this point, bro.
No, I'm curious now. I'm now invested. How did you get Smash and Gothics in this?
Oh, because they were going at it. Yeah, they were going at it.
Yeah, they were going at it.
They were going at it on Twitter. Matter of fact, let me find it real quick. Let me find it real quick.
Before while you doing that, I just want to address some of these super chats really quick. UF Omega says digital ID does nothing to solve the porn addiction. I agree with that, actually. I agree with that. All Atreus is saying is we need to come with an alternate counter solution that is less intrusive of privacy, because what is going on now isn't working. I agree with that as well. Gertie Banana says the solution is to leave as is. The issue is not big enough to slap a broad brush ban on it.
Broad brush.
It's not. Does that not say board?
No, I know what he's. I know what
okay.
it says, but that's what he's saying is broad brush.
A broad brush ban on it. You taking outlier cases and governing on it. Also, we are a constitutional republic, not democracy.
That's true.
I'm not going to respond to that right away because I'm gonna need to do some a look in on that one. But I'm pretty sure we are a democracy. But whatever, I'll let that one go for right now.
Republic.
It's no one's job other than the parents to protect their little ones from porno. I am unwilling to lay myself bare for someone else's sense of safety. See, the problem is I 1000% agree with you. Parents, in my world, I believe there should be penalties for parents who do not raise their children but see, that's another slippery slope, right? I think, me personally, and just to take it away from porn for a bit, I think one of the problems that I see in public schools, especially here in Atlanta, is these parents aren't parenting. These teachers are calling parents like, yo, your child is a fucking menace. And the parents are literally responding like, ain't you the teacher? What? I agree. The problem is what you're saying is unrealistic unless we're going to go in and force parents to be parents. Like,
yeah, I think in that regard, a parent should get fined. Don't say shit like that. Take care of your child.
Well, that's one solution. At least that's a solution. Okay, your child came in. I love me some board, but if your child come in and put hands on a teacher, you should go to jail. If your child come in here and I find some porn on their phone, it should be penalties on the parent. I don't know. Like, let's force parents. Let's come up with solutions to force parents to start parenting.
But the thing is, the whole thing is a deeper argument than just that, because it's a societal thing. And over like the last 20, 30 years, it's been a societal decline because of the degeneracy that's been let in, and the lack of parenting, the lack of oversight, and just more access to like things that they before didn't have and things like that. So it's a whole deeper argument to be made when it all comes into that.
What I would do is, if I made this argument for Black people, but I could do it for the American. If I could be a tyrant over Black people, I would make it so that if you have children with somebody, you're automatically married. And if you want to divorce that person, you're going to face severe penalties for it. Y'all going to raise these kids together. If you file for divorce, you can't get both. You're going to get one or the other. You're going to get alimony, or you're going to get the kids. You can't have both.
I have a little bit of a solution, but it won't solve PCs.
So, go ahead.
Computers.
Oh, okay.
Or probably even consoles. But like, if you're giving a kid a tablet or a phone, right? Mm-hmm. It has to have like inserted into that phone from like the phone company. It has to have a safeguard for children so they cannot access these websites, right?
They have phones like that. That's the thing.
Yeah. Well, I mean, like, no, they are mandatory for kids.
Yeah.
Like of a certain, like until the age of 18, they have to have these phones. And if you find out the parents has not gotten this for their child, the phone company can get a fine, and so can the parents.
There we go. There goes something. I got another argument. I believe that a child should not have a smartphone until they should be given Apple Watches or something else until they are of a certain age. I don't know what age. I know when I can say this now because I don't work for them no more, but I used to work for Apple, and a lot of parents, they didn't get their kid, well, consistently white parents who were married. They did not. Some Hispanics in there too, but they did not get their kids no phone. They had Apple Watches. That's it.
Yeah, and I think that's the whole argument though, because it is a different time than when you were starting to make gun laws, cigarette laws, alcohol laws. It's not a situation that we've had to deal with for that long of a time as compared to those. where kids having all this access to stuff that they before didn't have access to. So, I just don't think that jumping the gun is and going, well, government overreach is the solution. I do think a solution needs to be made, but
even then, Sinavir, to your solutions, that isn't that not still government overreach?
Unless not if
because
the
it's
people
just
want
a
that.
phone. It's not telling you how you can use your internet, right? If a kid is doing research on Google, what does it matter? Nobody's going to care. But if it sets off a red flag that, hey, this kid is trying to access an adult website, I don't see that as overreach because it's not doing anything else in my house. It cannot see my bills. It cannot see what I've looked up on my own phone or on my computer. I mean, like, I don't know. I feel like there is a workaround. We just haven't figured it out yet, but definitely not government ID. You're going to be able to pick apart anything that I come up with, Atreus. But the fact is that I came up with that on the fly, and it's still.
Well, I'm not picking it apart because I'm still thinking about it. But I'm not gonna respond just to respond. I didn't have an immediate pick apart for your solution yet. I just came up in my mind, like, wouldn't that be government overreach? Your response to that is what you just said. I don't have an immediate response for that. I don't argue just to argue. I made the argument on here because I'm trying to be realistic and I'm trying to be genuine about it. But I'm not going to argue with you just to argue. I don't know. Just like when he said a moment ago that America is not a democracy. I'm not going to argue with him because I don't know for sure the answer right off bat. I'm gonna have to go and do some research and come back to him on that. Trust me, guys. I used to be on the debate team. I used to do this not for a living, but in school, I used to be on the debate team. Trust me, I'm not gonna go into any argument. I don't know what the fuck I'm talking about. And I'm not gonna make a dumb argument if I believe it to be a dumb argument. But I do believe it's not an argument to have no rebuttal. But let's get to the Gothics and Smash JT thing. If you have it,
Yeah, I got it because
okay.
They were going into it because Cameron Lee came back, basically saying, I didn't realize banning porn was such an unpopular position on the right. My mentions are full of people calling me an evil authoritarian for wanting to ban hardcore pornography and things like that. Basically, he was basically just talking around what he was actually trying to say, because what he's saying is he wants the government to intervene in what individuals are doing in their personal time and in their personal lives. That's what he's saying. So obviously he was getting clapped back on that. And then Gothis came in. And then she goes, I find it disgusting that those screeching about censorship are obsessed.
Oh, I get what y'all saying. I'm sorry. I interrupt you. I get what y'all saying now about it not being a democracy. It uses what is this word? A representative democracy, which means elected officials, basically. So yeah, go ahead.
But yeah, she goes, I find it disgusting that those screeching about censorship are obsessed with defending their right to fap to a stranger's body, fully aware the porn industry is a hotbed for human trafficking. Adopting a live and let live mindset inevitably spirals into moral rot, leaving us stunned when we're suddenly justifying horrors like child mutilation. All societies need guardrails, and if you think that's authoritarian, you're a moron.
I think that's a ridiculous argument because to me, this is using an argument, and again, I love Gothics, but this is like one of those left-wing arguments where you're making an argument about something, and I'm going to pull at the heartstrings of something completely irrelevant.
Yep.
Just like what does me, grabbing some lotion, maybe a little bit of baby oil, lathering it up, gripping both ends, slowly and then progressively going up and down.
Whoa, chill. Hold on.
What does that have to
going into detail how to stroke your shit, dog?
But what?
Hey, yeah. Where is it? Hey, calm down, Diddy. God damn.
But yeah, though, that has nothing. So because I'm watching a little bit of porn, I'm supposed to have in the back of my head, damn, there's a child somewhere getting freaking abused sexually, and I'm over here whack. No, as a matter of fact, I think it's something wrong with you if that even crosses your mind.
That's literally what I was about to say. I mean, that's a tell on you than anybody else, to be honest.
Like, imagine getting hard and then suddenly thinking about human trafficking. Like, what the fuck? I just saw some titties. That's it.
You know what? Hold on. Wait a fucking minute. You need an ID in order to get alcohol, right?
Mm-hmm.
You was in high school. How many of us in high school still got alcohol whenever we needed it?
I mean, I agree with that. I
just thought about that.
But
Fuck,
see,
man.
but see,
you know how much
that's part of the reason why when you said it's government overreach, and you know, you can make an argument against it. I think that's blown out of proportion because, in my opinion, it's not completely stopping nothing. Just like somebody said earlier, it's not going to stop porn addiction. I agree, but like I think it's more of like, okay, well, we've identified a problem. We'll throw something at it. Now it's making me put my government ID on there. Going to work for me. I mean, like me again, I don't watch porn like that, so it really doesn't affect me like that. But
yeah, it's the online, you know, and you say the word severe. I can't say that fucking word. Anonymity or whatever.
Anonymity?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that word. Mm-hmm.
A word that I can say that he can't say.
Well, finally, man. Look, I be getting tongue. That's one word I always get tongue tied. I'll try to say, like, man, fuck
that shit up too.
Whatever, man.
And
you
then,
know, being anonymous on the internet, bro. You know what I'm talking about.
Remember Finding Nemo?
Yeah, that's how I feel when I try to say that fucking word, bro. Hey, but this person right here has a good point. He says, I don't think your guardrails should be applied to victimless crimes and are in stark contrast to free market ideals.
If a society believes porn is bad, then create a society that doesn't want it. You can't achieve this peacefully with state force.
I do agree with that. I mean, if you in the house and you decide, you know, you laying in the bed, you just scrolling, you like, man, I just want to start tugging on my shit. That's your right to do so. The government can't say I need to see your ID if you want to pretend have sex. I don't think that just don't make sense to me. There's no reality where that makes sense to me at all, man. I just don't see that.
I don't know. Yeah, you have it, like it's illegal to have any kind of sexual affiliation with a child, right? You still had Epstein's Island. You still had that.
You still got Gideon busted dudes that like, you know, young children right now. He's doing those episodes all the time, catching child predators, you know, and that's illegal. You know what I mean? So hey, here's another thing. Guns are illegal in Chicago.
I think the argument that you guys are trying to make is along the same argument that people who are fighting against gun laws are fighting, which is the ban on guns isn't going to stop the criminals from having guns. So why fucking ban the rest of us from having guns? Which is a fair point. Which is a great point. If I agree that the only problem was CP.
Well,
if CP was the only thing that I was worried about, then that would be the argument that I would make.
Well, I think because I think that's it's just one of those, too much of anything kind of things. Because there's people that watch nothing but anime all the time, and you see how they are. They're socially inept. They can't really talk to most people. It's not saying that you just start banning anime.
To live and let go.
I agree with that.
Let me get you.
I agree with that. I 100. Listen, the same way how I feel. I mean, there's people that watch crazy anime that kind of makes me cringe a little bit. I shouldn't be like, hey, you need to have an ID in order to watch this anime. So, and then on top of that, the only what argument I saw somebody have, which I've seen nobody bring up, which is when you go to show your ID for alcohol or cigarettes, or you want to watch a rated R movie or anything like that, they don't keep your ID. They don't keep your ID. They see it, they go, okay.
Well, and to further prove your point, it's not a porn app, but might as well be the T app.
That's enough. And you put your ID on that bitch.
You had to put your ID on the T app, and yeah.
You saw what happened with that? The online safety thing was happening in the UK. What happened like a week or so after all those IDs got uploaded? Hacked.
I tell as old as time. People obsessed with what others do in their own bedrooms. If nothing illegal is happening, shut the fuck up. Only people not bedroom active care what other people do in the bed. While I agree with your statement, there's still an issue of porn addiction in children. So I mean, I agree with that. And I also agree that parents need to goddamn parent.
Then it's a cultural problem. And
I
politics have
agree with
nothing
that.
to do with it.
So what I would do if I was actually trying to, because again, I separate myself. I'm only having this conversation. I would never go on a public platform. I was about to say something so fucking stupid. I would never go on like a national stage and try to make an argument for either side, because I'm simply just, I don't have the solution. All I'm asking the people on my side is, guys, do we have a solution? And if the answer is going to be no, I can't go to war for you. Now, if you give me a solution, I can go up on Capitol Hill and say, hey, listen, we ain't putting our IDs, but listen, we can put this forth. That's all I'm saying. Let's come up with something that'll work to at least say we trying to protect the kids. Is it going to protect the kids all the way? Fuck no. Does anything protect anybody all the way in this country? No, because it's a free country. So motherfuckers got the right to be supervillains in this bitch. So let's come up with something. That's all.
So when did fines stop working?
Since when did what now?
Fines and stuff stop working. Why is that not a more legitimate outlet, like to punish people from doing bad things? You know, like instead of IDs, why do they need to be in our private affairs in order to see what we're doing when it's none of their business? Why did fines stop working?
Hypnotic, I agree with your comment, except they tried to, they actually put an age restriction on it. So the point is that they attempted to do something about it. Now the rest is parent be a parent. There's no restriction.
What about drugs? Yeah,
it's because we don't have accountability anymore.
Hold on, wait. But again, there's laws that are telling you that drugs are illegal. If you still find a way to work around those laws, that's on you. Therefore, there's accountability for that. Same way, if you're a 16-year-old kid and you get pulled over, you got alcohol in, like you're driving your parents' car, you get pulled over, you got alcohol in there, you're going to jail. And they're going to ask, where are your parents? And they're going to ask, did you know your children was out? Did you know your 16-year-old was out? There's ramifications for that. But if you catch a 16-year-old watching porn on his computer, there's no accountability. Yeah, I can look at you as a parent and go sideways, like, oh, you're not watching your kids or something like that. I can't lock you up. I can't fine you. So going back to what Senator was saying, since when did fines stop working? But then you introduce, well, what am I going to do? Am I watching what you're doing on your internet to see if your kids are watching porn?
Well, I mean, if your kid is talking about how they know somebody's mom is on OnlyFans, doesn't that mean the parent should be fined in that case or fined?
Remember, I made that argument earlier. I agree. I agree. If your kid comes to school and his iPhone, and I mean, I don't know how we would have access to his iPhone, but we you know, maybe he's texting in class and he's not supposed to do. I mean, he's not supposed to be. I take his phone and I see porn in there. Then, you know, why you don't have restrictions on your 9-year-old's iPhone?
Why do we have to have a counter argument to the whole what do you have instead, when if we wait to get a proper counter argument, we'll have all our rights taken away and we'll never get them back?
Well, I mean, that's an assumption that you're making. I genuinely don't believe that. I
believe it 100%.
And that's where we fundamentally disagree. That's why I said in the public space, I'm just making this argument because I'm talking to y'all, but in the public space, I would just back off the argument, similar to the way that, you know, when motherfuckers would have the pro-life versus pro-choice argument, I just be like, bro, whatever, I don't care no more. But in this, I'm like, you're saying why do we need an anti-argument? Because the world has identified a problem that they want a solution to. And what the Americans say, what do you mean that's not true?
But that's the thing, though. That's the
hold
thing.
on, what do you
Just
mean
because the government is saying that watching porn is a problem, doesn't mean that the people are saying that porn is a problem, or to the level that they're saying. Right? No. But what you're not understanding is, like, when this is what a lot of people don't understand, and this is where like the disconnect happens, is the government doesn't just do things that they think that they want to do for you. The government is supposed to work for you. That point blank period. If you do not want something to be in law, or you don't want something to be passed, or you don't want something to go, that is your right as a person to say, well, no, we don't want the government to do that.
Now we're coming back to, this is what people voted for, whether they know it or not. That's what they voted for. And and again, as unpopular as Christianity has been in recent years, it's still a Christian heavy country. So your assumption is that most people would not vote in favor of doing something about porn, and I think that's absolutely ridiculous. I'm not saying that most people are in favor of porn. I'm saying It's absurdly arrogant for you to assume that most American citizens don't believe there's something that needs to be done about porn.
That's not what I'm saying. I'm saying they wouldn't
I
vote
don't
to
think
have
anyone
digital
has
ID.
said that.
I'm saying they wouldn't vote to have
Well,
digital ID.
okay, so going back to what I said a moment ago, I said that the world has determined that porn, they have identified a problem with porn. And ultimately, people, whether they knew it or not, they voted for officials that want to do something about porn.
But you keep saying that. You keep saying that, and you're not understanding why that's an issue. If they're saying they have identified, you're saying the world, but it's not the world. It's government entities.
No. It's the world, because ban is porn in most places. Porn is banned in most places, not America, not in the Western
entities, and they're still watching porn. That's what you're not understanding.
Them still watching porn has nothing to do with it. What I'm saying is the people who have voted their elected officials in have identified a problem and they want to do something about it. My only argument has been this entire time is you have to have a counter argument. Y'all's argument is that no, you don't. And I'm like, well, that sounds ridiculous.
All right. So I got a perfect example. So when COVID-19 started and all that happened, and they said this is a problem, people are going to die, and they started implementing all these laws and restrictions on people. And before the people could actually see what's actually happening, see what the numbers, see what's going on, they just said, no, we're going to do this. And now you see 4-5 years later, that was all bullshit. And because we didn't have a counter argument at the time, are you saying that it was just okay for them to go and do everything that they did?
No, I'm not saying that.
And that's the whole argument.
That's not the whole fucking
that
argument.
Is.
First of all,
it is.
No.
It quite literally is.
You're gonna let me finish what I'm saying before you just go up what I'm saying. First of all, your assumption is that most people was arguing against a nationwide shutdown during that time because of the unprecedented nature of what was happening. Most people were comfortable with being shut down, and they thought that they was literally going to lose their life if they became exposed to COVID-19. Yes, there were people that was making arguments that this was ridiculous. This is nothing but a different strand of the flu, which is perfectly fine. But again, you are moving dangerously, arrogantly close to assuming that most people was like, nah, we want to go outside. If people, let me calm down. I just think that your argument is arrogant because you're making an assumption that most Americans were not comfortable with staying in a house as long as they believed that it would be their security that they were securing. The security of their family members, the security of their children.
Isn't that why you vote in these people? I mean, that was your argument a second ago, right? You voted for it. You're stuck with it.
I don't understand how that relates to what I just said.
I don't think that's the mentality you need to take with something like this.
No. What I just said was most Americans believed what they were being told when the government said they had to stay inside. There were people making the arguments that we don't need to stay inside. But what I'm saying is most Americans, at least during that time, had no reason to believe that they were being told something that was wrong. I think it's dangerously arrogant to assume that most people were like, nah, fuck the government. We should be able to go outside when we want because of the unprecedented nature of what was happening.
All right, so let's take what you're saying at face value. So if that was the case, and they were like, well, yeah, it's fine for 2 weeks. And then you have California that went on for 2 years. Is that all right?
That's obviously ridiculous.
Mm-hmm. So, but do you not see why that happened? They said, hey, do what you have to do. They just gave up whatever because there was not no alternative solution at the time. And they took it and ran with it. It went from COVID lockdowns to all kind of different shit, locking people up, shutting people's businesses down, doing all kind of things because they ran with the power, the little bit of power that the people gave them. So when you see stuff like that, and it goes here where it goes, you do not want to give the government that power because that's not where they're going to stop, which is the entire argument that a lot of people are having when it comes to, the porn and anything else with digital ID. Is like, once you go that route, they don't stop there. They go here, they go there, they go there, and then boom, you're like the UK where you can't even tweet out the word retarded without a fucking cop knocking on your door. That's the only argument people are having right now.
And
you don't want to give up too much to them.
I understand the argument that you're making. And I keep saying it. I believe that you have a counter argument, and then we're just going to agree to disagree on that because you believe that the government's going to turn into fucking a Skynet or some shit, and I fundamentally just don't believe that shit. I believe there's people with agendas, and agendas collide with one another. So I don't know. I mean, we've been on this topic for quite some time.
Yeah, I just don't see how you don't see it though, man. Like I just don't see how you don't see it.
I see what you're trying to say. I just fundamentally don't believe it. So
I mean, that's just how it's gonna have to be. I mean, like if you have all of these governments of the world at the exact same time pushing for major censorship, I just don't see how you don't see it all being connected.
Again, I guess I don't see. Stop telling me what I don't see. I just told
because you're saying you just fundamentally disagree. How can you fundamentally disagree if what I'm breaking it down fundamentally? I just don't understand.
I'm telling you, stop telling me what I don't see. I see exactly what you're saying.
Okay, well,
I just told you I don't believe it. Just stop telling me what I don't see.
Okay, well, yeah, like I said, you're just choosing not to believe what I'm saying. Then
okay, agreed. I don't believe it. So yeah.
All right, so let's move on from it, then, man.
All right. So let's get into these super chats really quick. Where did we leave off?
Hold on, you cannot forget. Where is he?
Donations, gifts.
Where did we leave off?
Hypnotic asked a good question.
Where? Let me see. What did he say? What is that? Atreus, many parents were reported by government officials to have an issue with anime manga like Assassination Classroom. This resulted in these manga being banned. Do you think people voted for it? I genuinely have no idea. But if you're asking for my opinion, no, I do not believe people voted for that. I do not.
Right here.
Also, okay. So two from Gerthy Banana says also Cindy because both y'all cosplay queens are trash. all these niggas want to see his ass and titties, bro. That's all I'm.
Don't lie. My
cosplay. Do you see his
looks
profile
good.
picture?
Yeah, we seen it.
I drew it.
What?
I drew it.
You drew Gerthy Banana's profile picture? How are you enabling that motherfucker? What is wrong with you?
No, he paid for it.
That makes it better.
Well, yeah, it wasn't on my stream. It was on BMO's. He does like every Death of Doodle, but you can also donate, and we will doodle for you. And I was there that night.
Why would you enable him?
That's part of the thing. It's this shtick.
Frostfang 7 says bring back social standards with shaming. That would definitely sex. You guys, sex used to be taboo. That's the problem.
If we really want to, bad.
Huh?
Being fat used to be seen as bad.
If we really want to point the finger as to why this is a problem, point to fucking feminism. Because sex used to be taboo. That used to be something you keep in your bedroom. Now that it's all out in the open, that's the real. Makes sex taboo again. Anyway, actual free expression warrior says, I am a proud degenerate, begone foot fiend.
Hey, congratulations.
Is that a diss?
Like, I don't know. I feel like it.
Frostfang says, for DoorDash, you have to scan your ID for alcohol. Ooh,
they don't keep your ID though. I don't think so.
But it's
DoorDash is a different thing though, because you gotta have your actual ID because they need to know that you can operate a motor vehicle. So that's different.
But no, he's talking about when you buy alcohol, you do have to present your. But no, not because I've never ordered DoorDash. I've never ordered alcohol on DoorDash. Does it have to scan my ID or do I just have to show my ID when the dasher gets there? Because that's not the same. If I have to show my ID,
if I use a DoorDash, I know you would have to see it when you get there, and then you scan it, and then they see the date, and then that's about it. But I don't know if that's the same thing though.
I don't know. I'd have to think about it. Ultra Gunner says, glad to see Cinevere on New Blackstreet again. Hasune. Thank you. I'm gonna go ahead and put my girl up on screen.
For the inferior cosplay queen.
Man, you a hater, bro. Yes. Yeah, so, that is not.
Yeah, let's look at the water. Yeah, the water is cosplaying.
Thank you for voting for my cosplay queen. Hopefully she takes the dub home tonight because the series is tied up 15-15, and we do not want Kata to take the lead. Okay.
I hope she does.
Freddie Yankoba says this one's for Cinevere. $2 super chat.
That's crazy.
I'm winning the cosplay queen.
That's crazy,
It's funny, Cinevere. I wish, because I did tell Lumi that if we started getting like 120 people in the chat consistently on Monday nights, I would let the third participating cosplay queens. I just didn't expect you to be here tonight, so I didn't get to tell you. But
and that was for our, when we had our permanent thing going on.
Yeah, when we had our permanent thing going on. So yeah.
Oh no, it's still in limbo, man. We miss her.
Nigga,
should I go get the good dress?
If we hit, hold on, wait. Let's get this out the way. If we hit tier 2, yes, bring out the dress.
Okay.
If we hit tier 2, bring out the dress.
I got you.
Nigga 86 with this wild
nigga, where you been at?
Yeah,
hey, is that Pam? Is that Pam from
yeah,
from Archer? It is. That's
rights are an illusion. We have what they allow and they restrict as much as we tolerate. No government has lasted forever. Human nature always wins. It's a good point.
Hey, y'all don't want my idea. I'm full on the I'm full on the libertarian.
Artist Jacques says the government identified COVID as a problem too.
They did.
There you go. Christopher Banger says always err on less government control. Always trust history. I don't necessarily disagree with that. I'm just saying if you identify.
Thank you for voting for the superior cosplay queen. By the way, this Laura Croft cosplay. Hey, y'all, look at this Laura Croft cosplay, bro. Y'all see that? Y'all see that Laura Croft cosplay?
Shout out to y'all who voting for the plastic.
Just awesome. That's how you do it. That's how you do it.
Actual free expression warrior says UK banned hardcore stuff 2015. Look at them now.
Yeah, they also said, hey, let's let in a few illegals. They got things going on in their country.
Here's the problem. Y'all knew what y'all signed up for me anyway. I told y'all from Jump Street I'm not a conspiracy person. I've already, and not saying that that's a conspiracy, but I just, I don't want to go back into the argument, but I just think there's some fundamental differences between the UK and the American government. But that's a whole nother conversation. The same way I think it's fucking ridiculous that the UK government think they can come over here and start policing American content creators lost they fucking mind. Is one of the very reasons why I think it's different, but that's a whole nother argument that I don't really want to go into because it's obviously been a very tension-filled conversation. So we're gonna go.
These are good conversations to have, though. That's the thing. Nothing gets done without having hard conversations.
You're at least bringing the problem to light.
Gotta have hard conversations. That goes with any aspect in life. Yeah.
And you can't be afraid of them. You can't be afraid. It's definitely you can't be afraid. Let me tell you something. You can't have hard conversations with your friends. They ain't your friends. I would say that the same way with your if you can't hold your friends accountable, you can't. They're not your friends.
Shout out to Girthy Banana being a simp again, voting for Cinevere. That's crazy. Can't believe you're doing that.
So,
all right. Shout out to UFO Mega with a 2 saying the government identified black people as a problem once.
Well, they've obviously deployed plenty of solutions for that.
Hey, what's the line from Falcon and Winter Soldier? Hey, he's out of line, but he's right. Speaking of out of line, let's get to some gaming shit, because we've been.
I was gonna go into some niggery first.
Oh, let's get into some niggery shit then. Let's get into some blackity black stuff.
Yeah, man.
Some blackity blacks. Speaking of, you know what? I got one. That Sora AI shit. Speaking of the government,
I was going into the niggery, not the palate cleansers, but we can do that.
Speaking of the government identifying black people as a problem once.
Oh, Jesus.
Plan. We hate Snickers. Wait, guys, please! It's not my fault! I'm a dirty Snicker! Burn him! We're the...
Hold on, let's start it from the beginning. Wait.
We're the Kit Kat Clan! We hate Snickers! Wait, guys, please! It's not my fault! I'm a dirty Snicker! Burn him! We're...
Hey, what's the worst?
I bet it would smell good.
I don't know if this is true or not. He said Kit Kat reposting this is crazy. No way. No, yeah,
There's
okay,
no
he's
fucking
lying.
way.
He's like, okay, he's
okay.
But it's not out the realm of possibility because those brand accounts on TikTok be reposting some crazy shit. Okay,
I wouldn't be surprised if it fucking, because here's the thing: a lot of these young white kids, they didn't grow up with racism, bro. They didn't they don't understand this shit. So I could see a little 19-year-old intern seeing that shit and thinking, yeah, fuck Snickers, and just reposting it.
Bro,
not
they be
understand the
doing it,
concept.
bro. Hold on. Let me see. Let me go to Nutter Butter. I think it's Nutter Butter's TikTok account because they be reposting and posting crazy shit. Like, it's absolutely insane. Yeah, see, I don't even know what the fuck this even is. Like, what? Okay, yeah. Let's not show that because I don't know what they're doing. I don't know what
Okay,
doing.
all right, I got a palate cleanser. So y'all know how this nigga Kato be trying to call me gay for watching football. You know what I'm saying? Here's the thing. Sometimes niggas just don't help your case. Okay. Hold on, let me do this instead. Sometimes niggas just don't help your case. Sometimes you see something in a football game and you're just like, hey, yo, there's nothing that can be said. Remember Christian Wilkins? For those of you who actually watch, remember Christian Wilkins, the Clemson player who damn near raped another Alabama player in the middle of a game and he got roasted? But this right here takes the cake.
Hey, come on, brother. Come on, bro.
Yo,
what is he doing?
Yo, what the fuck? What the fuck?
Yo, why is
what the
Oh nah. Oh nah. Oh
what?
Nah. Where is
what?
What the
oh shit.
What the fuck? What the fuck?
Nah, brother. Nah, brother.
Nah.
Nah, brother.
Nah, I need to. If I'm the coach, I'm cutting them immediately. I got
He got his eye on the wrong kind of balls. That's crazy.
I got one more for you before we get into the niggardry. Our boy is back. Our boy is back.
Oh my god.
Speaking of porn. I'm gonna start it over.
Damn!
Yo!
Nah, bro.
Not the honey bag.
Bottle full of bub, mama, I got what you need. If you need to fill the bars, I'm in the having shit.
How do I connect? What the fuck was that? What did we just watch? Shit was like a toy movie.
Did you see how hard she slapped that nigga? No. I'm like, bro, why she slapped that nigga so hard?
He's losing it, bro. He's losing me.
And this nigga's he getting bread off of these videos, bro.
He's losing me, bro.
Was that baby oil in the dresser? Yes. What you mean? I'm weird as fuck. What did I do?
I'm very confused by this video.
I didn't know what he was doing. I don't know that. I didn't know the entire point of that video. I thought it was going to end with him at church again with like the rabbit and shit.
I'm sorry?
He's been doing. Oh, so he would do these videos like, where it's basically you're living a degenerate lifestyle, and then at the end, he'd be reading a Bible and he have a bunny rabbit with him.
Okay.
All right. We finna get into some niggatry. Damn, it's already 12 o'clock.
You mean we weren't just into some?
What you mean by that?
I have no idea.
Hey, make sure y'all like the stream, man. Hey, Persona, how close are we to tier 1? I want to drink tonight, man. It's been a hard day.
We $2 short, man. We $2 short.
All right, we two show from tier 1. Let's get it.
All right. So how many of y'all? I know all my white brethren in the chat finna be confused. All right, finna be confused. How many of y'all are familiar with rapper Saweetie?
Hold on, wait.
Nobody? I was looking for it. I'm looking for it.
Sorry, ask that question again. What's her name?
Saweetie. Yep. Nobody. Wanna know why? Because her music is ass, buns, cheeks, garbage, trash. Her claim to fame is she used to be in a relationship with one of the Migos, and that is what's that nigga? Quavo. But anyway, this is This is Saweetie. Now, Saweetie is a very beautiful girl. Very pretty girl. You know what I'm saying? She's from the Bay Area.
Come on, brother. Get it together.
She's from the Bay Area. You know what I'm saying? Somebody said she's blazing. Yeah, she is blazing. She's mixed with black and Asian. But she is plastic. Don't get it twisted. She is plastic. You know what I'm saying? Most of her body is absolutely plastic. So don't get it twisted. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, very beautiful girl.
Yeah, and don't go to her Twitter. Like Cryptid said.
No. I'm not definitely. I'm not that slow. Okay. so Saweetie is a rapper, okay? And her rap career has not fared well at all. So much so now recently she was dating YG. Now she's dating a soccer player. Well, now she's getting exposed. So I don't know. Y'all know who this nigga is? Jaden Sancho. That's who she's dating now. Just want to show our appreciation to you and your girlfriend. This nigga went and got her middle name tatted on him. He's in love for trusting us with this very special tattoo. All right, so he got a tattoo of Saweetie on his neck. Well, turns out that wasn't a good idea. Saweetie's friend attempts to expose her while asking for her money in a series of since deleted posts and leaked alleged texts. Verbiage calling Saweetie's new man, Jaden Sancho, a client has led to speculation that the friend is a Madam Saweetie's for hire and Jaden's a look. Oh no. So let's get to it. All right. So this is her friend.
Are we supposed to be seeing something here?
So this is her friend. Hey, Saweetie, I see you playing internet games on Beyonce's internet, child. The fuck does that mean? What is Beyonce's internet?
That's what the black girls say. They say it to each other. I don't know why. It's one of those inside jokes.
They worship Beyonce?
Yes.
Oh, fuck no. If I ever see her, that's a red flag. You ever hear a woman say some shit like that? You better get up out of there. Let me know how you want to play this. I'm either going to receive my money from you or I can start addressing some of them rumors with TMZ. We spent almost a month in Africa. You should know I wasn't going to let you play me out of some money. And so she dropped some receipts. These are text messages between her and I guess Saweetie. My messages to you are blue. Oh, now they back. What you doing? We should do a big bear trip with good friends group. Co-ed. Oh my God, it's so nice here. Not even that cold. It's 2 hours from LA. And I guess this is Saweetie. At the studio, girl, all my friends out of state. When bitches run it up on Jaden, how much they doing in a weekend? So her relationship with Jaden, she just want this nigga. I'm gonna repeat that, chat. This is Saweetie saying this to her friend.
Hold on now. I'm intrigued. Wait a minute. Now I'm interested. Hold on.
When bitches run it up on Jaden, how much they doing in a weekend? So Jaden is a trick. Let me tell you what's happening here. Jaden, all right, is apparently an international trick. Do you know how sad you got to be as a man to be an international trick? That means this girl, what she does is she hooks celebrities up with very attractive women. Okay. So he paid to hook up with Saweetie. All right. So the girl posts on her Instagram, cocaine, witchcraft, and liquor. It's one hell of a mix. Send me my bread home. Home wrecker. She called her a home wrecker. Keep in mind, this is niggardry. So all the white people in the chat confused. I'm sorry, but this is niggardry. Y'all don't know. If y'all don't know, the Migos broke up some years back. Offset, who was married to Cardi B, allegedly bust down Saweetie while she was with his cousin Quavo. That's why the Migos ain't cool no more. Allegedly. Offset has since denied that fact. But come on, bro. Offset out here wilding. We know
Offset
that.
he'll fuck anything with a post. I think
Right?
he cracked that shit.
She also said, I tried to be nice. Nice don't get you nowhere. And then there's more. Let's see. They want Sunch to lower his wages with Saweetie on his roster. Please be serious. You thought you was getting $180K per week pay raise, and then Saweetie asking for the third Birkin bag this week. It's Wednesday. Damn. She says, I'll tell a joke, but I ain't never told a lie. I sent you to Dubai because you never balled before and was depressed looking for a happy life. Took you to London, babes. Took you to Nigeria. Booked you on an Australian tour. I helped this girl so much, only for her to play with my money. At the end, I'm just missing my money from London. Pay up, cokehead. Damn. For I started naming the rest of the husbands you was playing with. Damn. She continues.
She's out for blood.
Yeah, she continues. I want to make one thing clear. I booked her for an appearance to visit the Chelsea Stadium and supported the soccer team, as my last post shows. Instead of paying me, she fell in love with the client and told him not to pay me. I was a road manager with her getting her deals. I was solid to this girl. She got what she wanted and never paid me. Simple. I want my money. Damn. Jesus. Now, why is this funny? The reason why this is funny, chat, is because if you've been paying attention to hip hop, and all of three of you in the chat might have been paying attention, recently we've had a lot of female artists blowing up. But these hoes ain't putting out no good music, man. The only ones that's doing it is Doja.
Doja got some bangers. I ain't gonna lie.
Doja got some bangers, and Glow got some. You know what I'm saying? Everybody else, they just making IG hoe music. And they be having y'all thinking that these girls is out here living it. Nah, this is just the female rapper version of going to Dubai and getting shitted on. I don't know if Cindy knows about that.
I don't know anything about this. I didn't even know who Saweetie is.
Well, I expected that. Saweetie.
Oh, Cindy, you don't know about.
I don't listen to this kind of music, so all of this is news to me. No, I mean, like the people, nothing. I know nothing.
Okay, good. This is a good culture shock for you. But long story short, a bunch of girls that are IG girls and shit like that, they go to Dubai, and they get paid to get fucked and all kind of stuff, and they be getting shitted on.
Yeah.
And they be letting the camels fuck them and all kind of stuff. It's crazy. It's disgusting.
It's insane. It's insane. So the point I'm trying to make here is, for especially to the ladies out there, when y'all be seeing these girls on here doing the most, you got to ask yourself, Saweetie ain't had a hit ever. How the fuck is she on IG like just living the best life? She's getting paid by somebody, and it ain't her record label. It is not the record label. When you see them on these guys, nothing in life is free. Okay? Nothing in life is free. Not even for women. You paying up one way or another. Them trips to Dubai, they coming with a shitty reputation.
It's gonna be a lot of donkey punching going on in Dubai. I'm telling you.
How do I come up with this shit? A shitty reputation.
Laughing Man said Kata knows from experience. I've told this story before when I was contracting, on government contracts out there in the Middle East. I knew a Jamaican chick that went out to Dubai for a weekend. She came back a changed woman. And let's just say she did not enjoy herself. That's all I'm gonna say. She didn't enjoy herself.
So what they say about cooking with Kaya?
Oh yeah, cooking with Kaya was in Dubai for about a week.
Oh my gosh.
No.
Yeah, she was out there for a good little minute.
No.
I saw it on TikTok actually. He was like, hey, I don't want to alarm y'all, but Cooking with Kai had been in Dubai for a little minute.
No! Listen to me. Get this shit off the screen. Yeah, you was already reading my mind. Whatever celebrity was thinking about wifing up Cook is over. It's done.
Don't do it.
Unless she was out there with her man, it's a no-go.
Well, maybe she got her one of them princes. Maybe she got a prince. Maybe she got a prince or something. Maybe she got, you know what I'm saying? They wanted one of them colors.
Have higher standards, people.
Yeah, she getting shitted on.
Yeah.
She getting shit. Speaking of getting shitted on, we're about to get shit faced because we hit tier 1. Ladies and gentlemen, we have hit it. It is time to take shots. Yes. Finally, we can. Let's go. Shout out to you guys helping us get to tier 1, baby. Let's go. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. That's that good stuff. Oh, speaking of, sorry. I should let y'all know before we get to the end of the stream, I will not be here on Friday, and I probably won't be here Monday. I have a wedding to go to this weekend.
Nice.
Out of town starting Thursday. So I'll be out of here.
That's tough. That's tough.
I've been
You
released.
got guests lined up for Friday. That's tough.
I've been released back into the streets, man. Released back into the streets. Ooh, Hickory Excalibur came in with a 20 bagger. Y'all already know what that means. That means it's time for y'all to see them calcium cannons. Oh my God. Hold on. Matter of fact, let's get that out the way real quick. Shout out to you. Hold on. Look at them titties. Damn, look at them titties. God damn. Look at shit. He said, hashtag Laura Croft. This is for Cindy to get that dress out. Hey, shout out to you for voting for the superior cosplay queen. Hold on, let me make sure that I get her on the screen for you guys because I know y'all want to see this good-ass cosplay. Look at that shit. I know y'all want to see that nice, juicy, accurate cosplay. Just good looking. Thank you for voting for her. We appreciate it. And yes, once we hit tier 2, Cinevere will put on her other model. Okay, so if y'all want to see that, y'all gonna have to do it. Hey, and let's get a red boy. We need to see the clip.
Yeah, we do need to see.
We got to see the cheeks. You got to see the cheeks. All right. And then Raptor Kratos with a 5 saying Archer, Lana. Fuck, I want to watch Archer, man. Shout out to Raptor Kratos. Danger Zone.
Also,
Archer. And shout out to you, man, of movies who just became a member of the Blackstreet Mafia, my boy. Appreciate you.
You'll be automatically entered into the duck race at the end.
We was cutting it up yesterday on Battlefield, man.
Yeah, it won't hit tier 3 though. It ain't gonna be no reward. It's just gonna be
bragging
rights.
No giveaway. And it's gonna be no giveaway.
You got some more super chats, or you want to go ahead and get into this game and shit?
Let me check Rumble. Let's check Rumble. Let's see if Rumble awake. Rumble, are y'all awake? Hey, Rumble's in there. They in there. They there, but they ain't super chatting. We appreciate you still, though. We appreciate y'all still. We got to get in contact with the CEO of Rumble because Rumble has not paid us.
Uh-oh.
We've been on Rumble since what? What month are we in? October? We've been on Rumble since like fucking February or something like that. Still have not paid us. So, but shout out to the Rumble chat, man. We appreciate y'all, man. I guess y'all just gonna keep filling that bank, and whenever they decide they want to stop fucking us over, we'll get it together. But it's not just Rumble, it's PayPal too. It's PayPal too. Fucking around. Wait, what? What happened? Where'd that super chat? I mean, where'd that message go?
You, me, and the movies asked, did you set up your W2?
On Rumble? Probably not.
Yeah, and Rumble always like $500, man. What's good?
I don't think we did. So maybe that might be a thing too, but I doubt it. I think it's just PayPal for real. We'll get it together. Don't worry. We'll get it together.
Nigga, I've been the one talking to him. You've been playing Battlefield, nigga. Fuck you. Anyway.
Speaking of, we gonna talk about that? We're gonna talk about the other thing.
Nah, let's talk about that. I got a sneaking suspicion of what you're gonna bring up, but does it rhyme with Nogwart?
Yes. So stupid, bro. What the fuck is wrong with this dude, bro? I can't stand this nigga, dog. Golly. Yes. That's what we gotta talk about.
Oh shit.
All right, let's get into it. Let's talk about the bullshit.
You want me to bring it up or you?
Yeah, I don't already exited out.
All right.
Yep,
Go
you
ahead,
already
nigga.
know
Ahead,
what's
nigga.
coming. Damn. Dark mode. Every fucking week.
All right. Ladies and gentlemen, y'all remember a couple years ago, this very popular game came out called Hogwarts Legacy. Now, I don't know about y'all, but as a Harry Potter fan myself, that whole game had me. Okay. Was it perfect? No. Few, little didn't run as well. I haven't played it on PC yet. I can't wait to get into it. But nonetheless, story was, not the best, but it was good. But the stuff you could do in that game was wow. I never imagined that wizarding combat was gonna be that dope. Nigga, I was in that bitch like, bitch. So anyway, yeah. And so when that game came out, it sold 35 million copies. I don't know about you. Who's selling 35 million copies today?
Hogwarts Legacy was the highest selling game of that year.
Nigga, of several years.
Over Call of Duty. Y'all need to understand, Call of Duty has been the highest selling game for about a decade every year.
Yeah.
They outsold Call of Duty.
They had the normies, nigga. On my Facebook timeline, I had people that I know damn well don't play video games talking about which house I'm gonna choose. Shout out to Slytherin, King Slime, you know what I'm saying? Anyway, but then there was a controversy where people tried to boycott the game because J.K. Rowling is a proud transphobe. Shout out to the transphobe. We need a sign. Black people got black power. You know what I'm saying? I ain't gonna do that. Then you got white power. We need a transphobe power.
Thought that was just being a regular person, but
it is. That's the funny part about it. But anyway, so yeah, boycott failed, ladies and gentlemen. Hogwarts Legacy went on to sell 35 million copies. People played it. People lost friends. People gained even more friends, and we all had a blast. So it's kind of weird that Game Rant would write this ridiculous article. If Hogwarts Legacy 2 wants to avoid the same boycotts its predecessor faced, the sequel cannot take the same approach as the original did.
Shut up, Game Rants. What the fuck are we talking? What you talking about? That was the most like reverse boycott I've ever seen. That literally went, oh, people are upset, we're going to buy more copies. There were niggas buying 10 plus copies of Hogwarts Legacy just to piss off the weirdos.
They got community noted. Important distinction on the first game's quote-unquote boycott, as it was a niche boycott attempt. The headline of this article could lead people to thinking it was an effective boycott. The total sales for Hogwarts Legacy as of March 2025 is estimated to be 35 million copies. Nigga.
If they were to listen to Game Rant, I would be impressed at their stupidity.
Yeah.
I'm definitely not giving them a click, so we're going to pull a fast one on them.
I haven't even read the article.
Me neither. We're gonna pull a fast one. Nigga, I'm not a
Oh yeah, that's right. It's Columbus Day. Man.
Nigga, I am not a fucking robot. Let me.
Hey.
The fuck?
See, this never would have happened if you were using Brave. Never would have happened.
First of all, nigga, fuck. Okay, so I guess we're just gonna have to give them a click. I'm sorry, guys. We're giving them the click. Archive.ph is down or some shit. I don't know. But anyway, for years, Harry Potter. I'm not sharing. I'm trying to figure out why I'm not sharing. What just happened?
StreamYards doesn't like that you're not in dark mode.
Anyway,
Hey, everybody asks how old Atreus is.
For years, the Harry Potter franchise has dominated pop culture. Hogwarts Legacy, acting as the franchise's most popular video game adaptation. It's no wonder the controversy surrounding the franchise has sprung up at some point. As the first Harry Potter book was released, okay, nigga, whatever. Unfortunately, Hogwarts Legacy was unable to unmuddy the name of the Harry Potter franchise. While the game may have been met with a positive player and critic response, it was also the subject of boycotts upon release.
Oh, please. See, and this, you want to know what's funny? Before you continue, this kind of article right here is why Gamergate started. This kind of article is why Gamergate 2 started, because they are quite literally lying. They're lying. There was no boycott for Hogwarts Legacy because most people bought it. There was a vocal minority of weirdos who didn't want to buy it because they didn't like fucking J.K. Rowling. But if we didn't live in the information age where we do right now, and this was like 10 plus years ago where nobody else had really access to, like, you know, things that's going on, people would read that article and go, oh, well, I guess Hogwarts Legacy got boycotted. The same way like in the early 2000s. Oh, well, I guess all the fans were bullying the child actor for Anakin and it wasn't the critics. Like, no, these niggas just be lying. That's what they do.
So listen to this. Transgender Potterheads still exist despite Rowling's statements. So the expansion of Serona Ryan as a character could be one way that Avalanche Software and Warner Bros. Games attempts to prevent a hypothetical boycott of Hogwarts Legacy 2. This expansion would be rather large and genuinely impact the story rather than Serona Ryan's role from the previous game maintained, proving the character is not performative representation, but something more substantial. That's their solution to prevent a boycott, to take the one transgender character in the game and make them important to the plot.
So their solution to prevent a boycott is to potentially start a boycott.
You can't make this shit up. Where is it? Where is it? Where is it? You can't make this shit up, guys.
God damn it! You can't make this shit up.
I'm like literally confused because when the character was revealed in the game, most people went, that's weird, and kept it pushing.
They're
like, oh, well, the bartender is trans. Well, this is a wizarding world. Who cares? Yeah. And they just
never saw that motherfucker again.
Nobody cared. Even every time you went back to the bar, they were there. They would have some dialogue. Wasn't an issue. You want to know why? Because the story didn't go, hey, look, this character's trans. It's a trans character. Look, we put a trans. The story didn't do that. They just had the character there. You saw the character, and you went on about your fucking day. So if you make that character now, you try to virtue, hey, we gave this transgender character a DLC expansion. You know what you're going to do? You're going to make people go, oh, you're caving to the weirdos. I'm out. Just like with the show. Oh, you're going to make Snape black. I'm out. Like, that is not, these niggas are fucking retarded. Golly, dude. Like, you ever just read something and you go, bro, what's going on with your neurons up here, nigga? Like, what the fuck is going on?
Cindy, your reaction?
I hate this. They need to leave it alone. Like, they're gonna cater, and I hate that. I thought that was a joke when you said that the next one was going to be about Serona or whatever her name is. Like,
I don't think that it's actually going to be about that. I think this person just writing the article saying that.
Oh, okay. I misunderstood that. I don't know. They should leave it alone. I hate the fact that JK like posthumously went behind after the stories were all done. Oh yeah, Albus is gay. Leave that out of there. We don't need any of this. Just give us the game.
Cold Veins too kind of look good.
I want to know. Like, speaking of like Hogwarts Legacy 2, I mean, it's gonna be hard to do the same thing again. Like, go back to Hogwarts and like explore the exact same way. I don't know how they're gonna because they put so much detail into that first game. I don't know how you're gonna do that unless you go to another school or you do something else. Like, because people are gonna walk into Hogwarts and gonna be like, well, kind of been here already. Like, I don't know how that's gonna work.
Well, one, you know what I think. I've said it quite very many times. You got to go. You just got to do Hogwarts Legacy online. You got to do that, in my personal opinion. But
an MMO.
I don't know. However they want to do it. I mean, I look at I look at Hogwarts Legacy. I think it got GTA Online potential. Just
see that
infinite customization. Like some of those masks and stuff that I was wearing, bro. I was like, this shit hard. Like running around. You know what I'm saying? The infinite customizations of the brooms, the wands, having your own beast. I mean, that, like, come on, bro. Flying around in them beasts was crazy. It was times in that game where I was just flying around.
Yeah, same.
Like
I see y'all's jokes. Y'all know it's not
turn off
getting
your
read.
ride even in game.
If it ain't a super chat, I'm not reading it because I know what y'all are doing in the chat. I'm watching y'all.
Yeah. I mean, capturing bigger and better beasts like that, it has so much potential. Atreus put rims on his broom.
My broom.
Hey, that shit was fun, dude. I spent so much time in like the I forgot what it's called, where you had like the pets and shit, and you were creating your little room and shit. Bro, I was in there deep. Like I played the shit out of that game. I had a great time, very great time. You know what's not gonna make people want to play your sequel? If you go, we're gonna make an expansion on the trans character.
Yeah. We're tired of it now. Please stop.
That's not how that works.
Warner Brothers, you don't have the room to make those kind of mistakes. Ain't you niggas up for sale right now?
Exactly, bro. Nigga, you took the words out of my mouth. Awesome.
Yeah, man. So,
and especially not like, because it's going to take another probably 2 to 3 years before we see that. Especially if that's revealed, then in like 2 to 3 years from now, people are going to tell you to go fuck yourself, dog. Yeah. Do not do it. They're already doing it now. In like 2 to 3 years.
And I know it's probably easy for you to think like, man, this Trump era almost over with. Nigga, this was only the first year.
It's not.
We got 3 more years to go.
It's not even close. And then after that, it's not even close because the culture has shifted, nigga.
Yeah, it's crazy shifted. I'll be surprised if we go back there. It'd have to be something catastrophic. Like the only reason he didn't win the second time is because of COVID. So it'd have to be another COVID situation for people to go back to blue.
Yeah, if whoever is, it's gonna be JD Vance. But if they don't win, bro, yeah, bro, they're rigging it because ain't no fucking way.
So
we're gonna stay on the topic of women in gaming.
We wasn't on the topic of women in gaming, but we throw that up there. So,
God, man, hold on, let me help y'all out, bro. Here y'all go. Damn, fucking dark mode. Shit.
Oh my goodness. Anyway, they're trying to gaslight you again, chat. They trying to lie to you. They are trying their best. It ain't working because I see y'all niggas in the comments roasting the fuck out of Dextero, even though I don't think that Dextero is responsible for this study. They're trying to convince you that women now make up 48% of all gamers.
Didn't they try to tell us that it was 83%? Did we shrink?
I don't even remember the 83%.
I heard someone somewhere say it was 83%, and it was just as bullshit as 48.
Go to bed.
This is funny, bro. They keep doing this. Anybody with like a working brain reads this and goes, "You're lying."
Yeah.
Playing Candy Crush on your phone is not being a gamer.
There you go.
That's not
really
how that works. Yeah.
Playing The Sims does not make you a gamer. I'm sorry. Now, if y'all want to come up with some subcategories of, you know what I'm saying, what can we call them? Because cozy gamers ain't it. You got to take gamer completely out of it.
I don't know. Normies. The normies.
I'll accept MMOs, but that, bias.
No, because normies play normie games like you wouldn't consider somebody that plays.
True, yeah.
Yeah, I was about to say.
Yeah.
Like I think normies play Grand Theft Auto. You know what I'm saying? But nah, bro, get this shit out of here.
Why do we keep doing this?
I think there needs to be, now they do got the term hardcore gamer, right? I think GTA is a normie game, right? So but see, I think there's like a level of commitment that you got to have to be called a gamer. And that's not me gatekeeping. That's me trying to help you define who you're selling your games to when you make them. Okay. Obviously, if you're Grand Theft Auto, you on the throne. You can market your game to anybody. Everybody wants to play Game of Thrones. Grand Theft Auto. No need to even discuss that. I think Hogwarts Legacy has that potential.
Yeah.
Hogwarts Legacy has that potential to where you could be a hardcore gamer on that bitch fighting people with wands or shit. Or you could just be a cozy motherfucker laid back, just sitting around hunting animals and completing little quests and shit. It's
What you gonna say, Senator?
What is the likelihood that the people claiming to be female gamers are just using the moniker just for clicks? You know, they don't actually think they're a female gamer, but they're gonna do it or say they are because that'll get them, higher views in the algorithm.
That is true.
That is also true.
But
and these kind of go ahead.
No, you got it.
I was gonna say these kind of like studies in quotations when they continue to do things like that. These hurt the industry. A perfect example is the comic book industry, where they did a poll on Facebook, I think.
Dumbass shit. Look at this dumbass shit. In this article, they said in early October 2025, the ESA published a study titled The Power of Play, which surveyed 24,216 players 16 years and up from 21 countries and 6 continents.
See what I mean? Yeah, that's exactly what I'm talking about. They do these studies where it's like a small pool of people, and then the industries that they do these studies on go, oh, that must be our actual base that we need to cater to. They did that with comics where it's like, oh, 50% of our readers are women. That was not the case. And you see where that went.
One of the biggest takeaways from ESA's findings is that the split between men and women who play video games is nearly even, with women making up 48% and men 51%. In some countries,
what's the 1% then?
Get the fuck out of here.
If they have a 1%, that means their like info is invalid.
This is a bunch of bullshit. Anybody who plays video games knows deep in their soul there are just more men playing it, especially if we talking multiplayer. I'm sorry. It's not to say that women don't play video games. And the reason why this is important, chat, is because when studies like this come out, it falsely convinces people in the industry that they need to start catering to a certain demographic. Right? Because if I have a business and you tell me that half of the people, like I'll give you an example. Let's say I start an upper echelon restaurant in Buckhead here in Atlanta. It's an upscale restaurant, and let's just say I'm on that blackity black shit. I make it for black people, right? But for some odd fucking weird reason, I just get a lot of Irish niggas coming in there. I don't know why. I don't know if they like in the watermelon or the fried chicken. I just know a lot of Irish niggas are coming up in there. And what am I supposed to do? Am I supposed to put up a sign that says, yeah, for blacks, by blacks? Or do I got down, let me get some Irish music up in here. Let me put a little green up in here. I'm going to start catering. They got money. What am I supposed to do? I'm going to start catering to them too. So we can get some more Irish niggas up in here. That's just what you would do as a business owner. So, because you want to let them know that, hey, you're welcome here. But if it's not actually happening, right? If Irish niggas are just ordering DoorDash, they're not coming into the restaurant, they just ordering it on DoorDash. And I say, yeah, 50% of my customers are Irish. No, they're not, nigga. You're just getting a bunch of niggas ordering DoorDash. So why the fuck I got a fucking leprechaun sitting up here in the middle of get this shit out of here. Now black people are getting turned off. That's how you lose.
Yeah, you can't ban him because he's on Rumble, the free speech platform. Yeah, baby. Yeah, baby. Hell yeah. Shout out Rumble. Well, we have a female gamer here, Cinevere.
Yeah. I'm not very good, but I like them.
Do you consider yourself a actual gamer, or are you just like a?
No, I do. And then I have my chat that I played mostly MMOs. So like for a long, long time, that's what I played. And I don't know. I didn't see a whole lot of women playing those.
It's too toxic, bro. It's too
But then
toxic.
you're toxic back.
But most women ain't trying to do that. They
Oh
just
yeah,
wanna
no,
get in there
I
and-
will. I'll throw hands.
They just want to get in there and sell a few OnlyFans subscriptions. That's it.
Oh no. Well,
They
see, that's
They
the
just want
difference.
niggas to white knight for them so they can pretend like they care and then, never answer their DM when they're like, hey, I defended you in that lobby. I defended you in that Call of Duty lobby. That's what they
My
do.
goodness.
Yeah. It's a lie. Don't believe it, chat.
Yeah, they're talking about mobile chicks that play mobile games. That's what this is. They're talking about chicks that play mobile games, quite literally. Because most women that they play mobile games. They do.
There
They
was
do.
another survey where you found out that the women who were claiming to be gamers, they only played Candy Crush on their phone.
Yeah. Or they have like those little like restaurant games on their shit, or like them dress up games on their stuff. Like that's what they play on like their phones and their tablets and stuff. You're not a gamer.
No.
Okay. You're not a fucking gamer. If you come to me, yeah, I play games. What do you play? Well, you know that game where you gotta put the dress on the dog and get the fuck out of my face, dude. You're not playing. You're not a gamer.
Yeah. And the reason, and here's the thing, if you want to know why, like if you're a person and you fit in that category where it's like, yeah, I play mobile games, or I might even play gacha games or some shit like that. Why are you gatekeeping the term gamer so hard? It's because, and it's not your fault because you didn't ask for it, but it's because of them counting people like you the reason why we've gotten some of the results that we've gotten in gaming lately. Listen, he brought up comic books. Them considering 50% of comic book readers females is part of the reason why Kevin Feige got up on stage in 2019 talking about some most of the heroes in the MCU are going to be women now.
Yep.
It's a lie. Women don't care about this stuff. That's why the Marvels flop. That's why the Charlie's Angels remake flop. That's why Terminator Woke Fate flopped, but Barbie hit $1 billion. $1 billion. You see the power that women have when you give them what women actually like. Ain't that some? All these masculine women, they suddenly turned into girly girls that day. Everybody wanted to go and see Barbie that day. Shit, it was even niggas in there with pink shirts on. Like, yeah, nigga, fuck, nigga. I watched this shit. I don't give a fuck. It is what it is.
Prasan brings up a good point. Y'all remember Agatha All Along, which was made for white wine moms, and none of them showed up.
Shit, She-Hulk.
Yeah.
Like, come on.
Hey, where were the black chicks to watch Ironheart?
Where
were they?
No, I was about to say, remember that movie Women Talking?
I don't actually.
I didn't know they were allowed to.
There's a movie that came out like a couple years ago called Women Talking. That shit flopped so hard. I'm like, duh. Duh. It's called Women Talking.
That's insane. Oh, Cinevere has to go though. Cinevere has to get up out of here.
I'm sorry, guys.
No, it's all good. We got about 15 minutes left anyway. It's all good.
I'll be starting my own stream. So yeah.
Do your outro. Let them know where they can find you. Hold on, let me get the link for the chat and everything. Unless the mods beat me to it.
Well, hey there, guys. I'm Cinevere. You guys can find me on all platforms as Cinevere. I'm looking for the clicky. Okay, there it is. But yeah, I will be hosting my own stream after this, and then I have Tinfoil Haters tomorrow, and another Midnight Sin after that. I hope to see some of you cuties there, and if not, I know I got you. No worries. Maybe I can convince y'all to like a video that I just dropped on Sunday. And yeah, that's about it for me. Thank you for having me, guys.
Anytime we don't have a guest.
I am happy to help you out.
Yeah. But yeah, y'all go over there, follow Cinevere, go sub to her, all that good stuff. If y'all want to see her stream later, go ahead over there. We might raid into there. Who knows?
Oh,
Chat
I would
is super
appreciate
brick
you if
right
you do.
now. Chat is bricked the fuck up right now. Hold on. This is chat right now.
Don't do anything I wouldn't do.
Yeah, see, now I gotta get off camera.
Oh my goodness. Yes, right into me hard. I'll see all you cuties later.
Bye, Cinevere.
Yeah, listen.
We fucked up.
Yeah, get her the fuck out of here. What's she doing? She trying to turn this into the Quiet Storm. Fuck.
All right, guys, man, we gotta start winding down.
Yeah. Let's talk about one last thing real quick.
All right.
One last quick thing.
Before you do that, I wanted to put this up on screen. Because this actually looks good. This actually looks good.
Big old vein too.
Actually looks pretty good.
Holy frame rate.
Am I gonna actually have to give Code Vein another chance?
I ain't gonna lie. That did nothing for me.
Oh, really? You didn't like Code Vein either?
I never played it. I just looked at this. I didn't really. I'm more excited for Crimson Desert, man.
Oh, you must got that pulled up.
No, I'm just thinking about it. I was watching. They dropped the campaign mission earlier. Oh my god, that game looks so goddamn good, bro.
I might go and watch that in a little bit, but of course I'm more. Say what?
I say it's about 8 minutes long. About 8 minutes long.
All right, so go ahead. You said you had something else you want to talk about?
Yeah, because we gotta get our guy again. We gotta. We have to hit our boy Grums over the head again.
Oh shit!
He done did it again. Because everybody knows Battlefield 6 is crushing it right now.
Mm-hmm.
I have almost 30 hours already. Fun fucking game. It's so fun, dog. Bro, if you're a Battlefield player, yo, Battlefield is back. If you're a Call of Duty player, stay over there. All right, because y'all are ruining the game. I'm just playing, but no, Battlefield is it, man. Battlefield is the shit. I'm enjoying it. A lot of people are. But there is something that's happening with the game that has some people in an uproar. Because as you know, in Battlefield 6, there are female soldiers in the game, right? There's some female soldiers. As somebody who's played the game, you don't know who is a female and who's not until you shoot their ass. You can't tell, like, because they have on the same kind of gear and everything like that. So Grums, our good friend Grums, he came in, he says, they got me. They fucking hit it. All the marketing buried this stuff sneaky. Players are complaining about gender-locked characters and how audio is full of women screaming during firefights. You are forced into being female for some roles. Grums, yeah, you're missing. You're missing with this one, brother. Yeah, you're missing very badly.
This is the shit that I fear, right? I feared that once Gamergate started to like die down, niggas was gonna start reaching. There's been a couple of reaches from the last couple of weeks. And I can't remember what was the most recent one I talked about. That was a huge reach, but nigga, what are we talking about? What are we talking about?
It's so, you want to know how bad it is? But know how bad it is. I'm agreeing with Mighty fucking Keith.
Oh, damn.
Mighty fucking Keith. He says in Battlefield 6, the classes are not gender locked. Each class has a male and female option. The only exception is for a specific sub-faction, NATO, which he's right. The only way that you can get a female for that class is, or for most classes, is if you pick it. And there are challenges that you have to unlock in order to unlock skins for those characters. So you can choose which ones that you want. But also, if you don't like the females in the game, there's an easy solution to this. YouTube. I'm talking about Battlefield 6, by the way. You shoot them. Okay, if you don't like the females in Battlefield 6, shoot them, stab them, blow them up. All right, snipe them, run them over in the tank.
Stop.
Right? It is an equal opportunity in Battlefield. In Battlefield, okay? I have to keep saying that. In Battlefield, if you don't like the female soldiers, shoot them. That's all you got to do. And then I didn't like when he said they fucking hit it. They literally didn't. They put out a live action trailer with a black chick as a soldier in there. So they let you know what was going on. And you know what? This is one of those situations where it's like a non-issue, right? Because if they would have promoted, hey, we got female soldiers. Yes, everyone's like they did with Battlefield 5, where, hey, we're going to put this female amputee on the cover because, you know, women were in World War I on the front lines. And they started doing shit like that. That's what it's like. No, they just said, hey, it's Battlefield. Play the fucking game. That's it.
Yeah, there's nothing wrong with having a female option in the fucking game, bro. Come on, what are we doing?
I listen, when I play any game, if I have the option, I'm playing as a female. I am.
I'm not.
I'm doing it. I do it. I don't care. I'll make my girl look
Teabag
real
just don't
good.
hit the hard when you know you ain't got no nuts.
That's not what I'm talking about. And wouldn't it be more disrespectful if you going down clam slamming? Wouldn't that be more disrespectful?
Nigga said clam slamming, bro. What is this show? We were just arguing, bro. Like, what the fuck?
I mean, hey, there's female Spartans in Halo. All right, so I've never really had an issue.
There you go.
Really had an issue.
There you go. So yeah,
I'm only saying that because in like 10 days they're supposed to do a reveal, and I'm ready to see what it's gonna be. So that's funny. Snatch splash. That's a good one. That's a good one.
Holy shit. All right, chat. Man, let's get into these super chats, man.
Let's get to these super chats, man.
And man, I guess it ain't gonna be no duck race tonight, man.
Yeah, we might not get it. Let's see it. Raptor Kratos with a 5 saying, Kato, did you see the Dudley Boys gave the Hardy Boys their boots after their match at Bond for Glory? Magic. No, I didn't see that actually. I haven't been keeping up with wrestling for a little minute, so I didn't see that. I'll look into it though. UFO Mega with a 2 saying Negwarts 2, the Goblet of Hennessy. Wow. Hold on. No, wait. Go back to that one. Go back to that one real quick.
That's crazy!
All right, let's go. All right. Shout out to Seabrew with a 2 saying for the 8.5-inch banana fun for Betrayus. That's crazy. That's crazy. Shout out to Frostbang with a 2. Atreus needs milk assistance for Friday and Monday. # Moxie. Bro, Moxie Dame is not a part of the cosplay queens. Relax. Y'all just want some of them titty sprinkles.
Speedy Cake 582 with a 10 says, I thought we called them casuals.
Casuals, right? You're right.
Okay,
You're right.
right.
Yeah,
You're
you
right
are right. You are right. You're right.
Drew with a 2 says, finish your game, Grums.
Yeah, Grumps, you gotta get that together, brother. Gotta get that together, because
all right. Let's get the cosplay queens.
Is Hypno going live playing Battlefield tonight? Let me see.
I would get on, but I said I was gonna start solid. I just finished Stellar Blade, y'all. I just give y'all my quick thoughts on Stellar Blade. Love the combat. I play. It took me what? Let me see. Hold on. Let me look. Because I don't want to lie to y'all. It took me a total of 44.5 hours to finish it because I did all the side missions. I did all of these side missions, nigga.
Sound bad at all.
I wasn't trying to spare nothing, but yeah, though, I'd have to go. I'm barely giving it an 8 out of 10. The story wasn't that captivating for me. I was disappointed that I was using the same sword throughout the entire game. I did like the combos, but I stopped unlocking combos, and I don't know if that's because it's something I missed, but I thought the combos was going to keep getting unlocked, and they didn't. I did unlock that, obviously, the Taki mode or Tachi, whatever, however you say her name. That was dope. But my number one gripe with that game is how fucking bad that shit performed. There was nothing more annoying than going into boss fights and that bitch like I'm talking. This not even frame rate. I'm talking about the game slowed down, like moving in slow motion. Like, that shit was bad. Like I died like multiple times in boss fights because of that shit. That shit. But other than the performance, man,
I got a shitty rig and my performance is actually pretty good on that game. It was. Yo, Twitter, what's up, man? What's up with the porn, bro?
My PC ass. I mean, I don't know. I got a 4070 Ti. You know what I'm saying? 32 gigs of RAM.
Hey, if y'all showed up for my Battlefield stream the other day, y'all know my PC ass. All right, I'm getting it together.
My shit, my shit used to be ass, but now, shout out to ABF hooking your boy up. I got a new processor and everything.
Hell yeah. That's
shout out to Jordan Archer.
Cause I need all my shit, bro. I need everything done, bro. I done got my card together. I need like a smooth little 2K. Smooth little 2K. I could upgrade the whole thing, build a brand new PC. And I want to do that for a stream. That'll be fun because I never built a PC before. All right, let's do it. Let's get into these cosplay queens.
All right, so I lost last, so I'll be going first. You got the timer. Oh,
hold on. Let's break it down. Let's break it down for you guys real quick. Y'all already know what we are about to do is the cosplay queens section of the stream, where we put the cosplay queens up on stage for you. And you have 2 minutes to send in a super chat and vote for your cosplay queen. And after those 2 minutes, we go to the next one. They get a 2. And then we do a final minute where anybody who you vote for gets a vote. Remember, okay, if he puts his cosplay queen on stage and you want to vote for Laura Croft, you have to say so in your super chat, because any super chats that come in when the cosplay queen is up goes towards that cosplay queen, okay? So we are about to get into it. I do have the timer up. So let's go.
All right, ladies and gentlemen. This is, I don't forgot the whole name. Saya Scarlett. With it's a cosplay. So but I love the way, first of all, I love the color. You know what I'm saying? That shade of blue is beautiful. I love it. You know what I'm saying? Very cute girl. She got the fair skin, and she's the snow blue. You know what I'm saying? Not Snow White, snow blue. You know what I'm saying? Actually, fair skinned out here, and unlike that other motherfucker, Rachel Zegler. But you know what I'm saying? We can smack them cheeks real good. You know what I'm saying? No big deal. Take a look at this. Very cute girl. I still gotta keep asking y'all niggas, man, why are you gay? You know what I'm saying? When women look like this. Here's another of her in the water. Ooh, getting wet with it. Ooh, I know y'all like them cuties. Now, I don't know nothing about a lolicon. I don't know what that means. Apparently, it means a child or some shit. That's not what we're talking about over here. Here's a video, because she's real, so we got her actually moving out here in these streets, so you guys can get a good little gobble out of that. Let me get it closer on y'all, so you can get a good little look at that. There you go. But yeah, coming back, I think you should vote for her, because obviously I think it's a better cosplay. Laura Croft is easy to do, and plus the girl on the other side, she just looked plastic. I'm sorry, I just got to be honest. She looked plastic, and I mean, you don't get no better than this. Imagine coming home to this every night. Lord have mercy. I'm just gonna leave that right there. I'm gonna leave silent. There you go, right there. There you go, right there. Go ahead and vote. Vote. You know what I'm saying? Do it. Make it happen. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. How much time I got left, nigga? Damn.
All right, 2 minutes is up. 2 minutes is up. Get this bum off the screen. It is time for the actual cosplay queen of the night. Hey, shout out to our nigga Black Yat, bro.
Renee Galarza says, I voted for Miku cosplay. Where?
I didn't see it. We didn't see it come in, brother.
Yeah, I'm sorry.
Hey, shout out to Black Yat, bro. Shout out to our nigga. But let's get it. It's time for the actual cosplay queen to show up so that we can take the dub. Go ahead. I'm starting the 2-minute timer. Okay, we have a Lara Croft cosplay by Liz Joestar. She is a previous winner because she puts in so much work with these cosplays. I mean, look at it. That is a great Lara Croft, and not the gay Lara Croft that Square Enix was doing. Not that one. We're doing an actual 90s Lara Croft. Okay, this is how you're supposed to do it right here. Look at it. This superb for you guys, bro. I think this is very good. Hold on, we got another angle for you right here. Hold on, this is also a good angle. Shout out to her with her good cosplay. This is how you do it, man. You got to put in a lot of effort with these cosplays. You can't just throw on a bra and some panties and say it's a cosplay. Shout out to Renee Galarza with a 5 saying for Miku. Hey, dang, voting for her when Lara Croft is on stage is kind of wild. I'm not gonna lie to you, but this is a superior cosplay queen. If you ask me, this is how you're supposed to do it. This is how it's supposed to be done. So make sure that you guys vote for her and make sure that she wins because she absolutely deserves it. Okay, and we're trying to get these cosplayers on stream. We want to get them on stream so that we could do a live show for you guys in person. Well, on stream, but in person. We want to have an actual cosplay queen battle that y'all can see live. So if y'all want that to happen, you're going to have to vote. You're going to have to show love to them at the end of the stream and do all that good stuff. But yeah, y'all should vote for her for real, because we need to take this dub. We need to take the dub back. We need to take the lead back. All right, so we're gonna get it. Shout out to Speedy Cakes for that 5, my brother. With no vote. But we'll appreciate it nonetheless. This is pretty good. And the 2 minutes is up. All right. We can stop the music. Shout out to Speedy Cakes with 10. Saying, speaking of Battlefield 6, I got the Saiga 12 unlocked on Sunday, and I'm not sure, but I think it got nerfed already. It does 80 damage with buckshot rather than the 100 it was doing on Sunday. Maybe. I don't know. It doesn't feel like the shotguns got nerfed to me because I'm still getting ass blasted. So I have no idea. No idea. But it is time for the 2-minute timer where y'all get to vote for whichever cosplay queen that you want in your super chat. We got to run this back one more time. Okay. We got Hatsune Miku. All right. We got this cosplay right here, which is a good cosplay. It really is. Really is a good cosplay. Is it better than Lara Croft? I don't know. That's for y'all to decide. Because we got the Lara Croft cosplay right here as well. And she is currently in the lead. By the way, in the lead. All right. So we're going to play this 1-minute timer. Y'all can vote for whoever you want. Or you could just let it play out the way that y'all want. We'll just let this thing go.
What's the score right now, per song?
The score is 32-7. 32-7 so far. I don't know if Person has the same math as me. He should.
What you got, Person?
I don't know, man. He be doing nigga math, bro. He be doing nigga math, man. So I don't know if I trust his math.
He got the same thing you got.
Yep. All right. So
all right, ladies and gentlemen. So this is the last opportunity to vote for the cosplay queens. The score is right now 32. Kata's cosplay queen is up about 25. So if you want to see Hatsune win, help your boy out.
All right. Well, we're about to get it. Let's get this 1-minute timer. Let's fucking go. have taken the lead. Let's get another round of applause. We have taken the motherfucking lead. We are back winning. We're winning, boys. Let's go. Shout out to Liz Joestar with her Laura Croft cosplay. She is now the winner of this week's cosplay queen. Y'all already know the deal. I'm dropping the link into the chat. Make sure that you guys go show her some love and let her know she is New Blackstreet's cosplay queen of the week and that we want her to come on the stream. All right, we want her to come on the stream, so go show her some love. And we have won again, baby.
Whatever, nigga. In the meantime, I got some guests to reveal for Friday because this nigga won't be here. Okay.
Yeah, I won't be here Friday, just in case you missed it.
All right. So
in town.
This Friday's guest is going to be holding it down with us on Friday. It's going to start with your boy Gooch. Okay, Gooch will be returning back to New Blackstreet on Friday. Okay, we're going to be holding it down. We're going to be talking about all of the news, and you know, we can go from there. All right, but that's not the only. That's not the only person that's going to be here because the Ripperverse is coming back. Carol, the Pepper Potts of the Ripperverse right now, will be here on Friday. Okay, this is going to be her first time on New Blackstreet representing the Ripperverse, and yeah, it's going to be a good time. We're going to have a great conversation, and I think the last time y'all might have seen her was actually on Saturday Night Hypnosis. I don't know. So yep. So make sure y'all there on Friday. And yeah, we're gonna have a lot of fun. Okay.
Hell yeah, we got some good guests, man. Good guests. Y'all enjoy the stream, man. I will be too busy, man, because I'm not just going to the wedding. I'm in the wedding, so I'm gonna be super busy this weekend, man. So I'll try to drop by. I'll try to drop by if I got time, but I doubt it. Man. But hey, this has been a fantastic stream. Shout out to Cinevere for coming and hanging out with your boys. Okay, appreciate that. Sus God, you fired. None of your scores matter anymore. We need a new Sus God in the chat because this man is making up rules and laws and regulations.
Yeah, nigga. Ain't nobody losing Sus me tonight, nigga.
Oh shit, I forgot. Over there on Rumble, Deadeye's Lock with $1 saying, "Oh, Rumble doing you guys dirty like Hypno." A little bit.
Yeah, a little bit. I don't know if it's Rumble though. I think it's PayPal. Because here's the thing, Rumble sent us our payment, but during that time, PayPal had our account banned, and now they're trying to say they don't see no transactions. So, yeah. So,
hey, Antoine, what I do to you, brother? Some bullshit, man.
All right, guys. So we're gonna get up out of here, man.
We got any plugs? Any plugs? You got?
I ain't got no plugs. I'm trying to get up out of here, man. I gotta go and celebrate a victory tonight.
This nigga was watching football the whole stream. I told y'all he was watching the Falcons.
I was not watching the football the whole stream. Kind of like right before the stream. Anyway.
All right, this nigga's watching the Falcons. Yeah, as for me, I was gonna do a Tron Ares video, but bro, to be honest, man, that I don't know what to say. Like I didn't know what to say.
You're not fired, bro. You gotta stop cheating though. 1,000 is crazy.
1,000 is wild, bro. 1,000 is wild, bro.
But yeah, though, man.
I don't know.
Y'all have a good night. Hey, listen, New Blackstreet, man. Hey, we cooking, bro.
Hey, if we hit 3K before the end of the year, nigga, I don't know what we gonna do. I ain't gonna lie to you.
I might have to hire some strippers or something.
I don't know. We might. Hey, shit, I might have to pull up. So I don't know. I don't know, man. Because
3,000 before the end of the year is crazy, guys. We got 180 people in here with no raid. I don't think we didn't get raided tonight. So we hit 180 tonight with no raid. Y'all, we cooking.
Yo, the 500 club. Jeremy the Cyborg, what's up, homie?
What's going on?
Shout out with the 5 gifted.
That's 5 new coons in the chat, and that's a milk cannon.
Where that milk cannon? Look at them titties. Thank you, Jeremy. We get to see them goddamn titties. But unfortunately, because of Jeremy the Cyborg, you're not just members of New Blackstreet, you're also coons. Shout out to that Geeks and Gamers love, man. Hey, man, I ain't gonna lie. I need a new PC so bad, bro. This shit pissed me off.
You need a PC.
I can't, bro. I can't wait, bro. I want to build that shit on stream. That should be funny. I'm gonna move this. I'm gonna move this out the way.
I almost had the idea to build my PC on stream. I'm glad I ain't do that shit, boy. Listen, it was a struggle, boy. Remember that?
I do.
I was in this. I thought my shit was finished, and it turned out I didn't fucking plug the fucking power button back up.
Hey, if you guys got a membership, hey, thank Jeremy the Sideboard, man. Always showing love. But yeah, we're about to get up out of here. We're gonna rate into Cinevere. So go show her some love as well. She is awesome. We're gonna get the fuck up out of here. I gotta go to the gym in the morning. All right, and I gotta get my life together. Yeah, so we out of this bitch. Peace. We'll see y'all later. All right, see y'all Friday.
May the grip be with you.
Yeah, be easy. Keep your backs tight. Wash your face. Brush your teeth. Please get behind them ears. All right, because y'all don't be washing there, and I know that shit stink. All right, so get there. We out of this bitch. Peace out. Say what's up to say goodbye to Black Yet. All right, Black Yet, say goodbye to the niggas, man. We out this bitch.
I shake this thing like Godzilla, Harlem Control, twerk, baby twerk, Harlem Control, work it, girl, work. My booty like Godzilla, my booty like Godzilla, I shake this thing like Godzilla, Harlem Control, twerk, baby twerk, Harlem Control, work it, girl, work.
Alright, B, we got that scrap on you. What up, y'all?
Alright, I'ma fuck with you.
Alright, bro.